Hello, hello. Slow that up, man. I don't know why I gotta.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, there you are. Huh. It's live in 24 minutes. I'm live right now. Hmm. Nice and cold and dark now here.
It's dark and wet here. We're getting all the leftovers from the hurricane
Yeah, yeah.
rolling up the east.
Was that actually? Was that actually hurricane or hurricane status or
I think
tropical?
maybe it was when it hit Florida. Maybe it's just a tropical storm, but
Yeah,
did some damage.
Geez, bad year to be in Florida, huh? Man, you can't get away from this stuff down there.
We hear there was a like a 7.5 earthquake out in the Pacific near Tonga, the little island of Tonga
Oh yeah.
and Samoa.
How,
Yeah,
how much?
7.5 on the Richter scale.
Oh boy,
Underwater.
oh my goodness, out underwater.
Yeah, it was out. It was out in the ocean. It wasn't right
Yeah,
up on the
no.
island,
Well,
but still threats of
tsunami.
tsunami.
Yeah, right. Tsunamis are they're pretty deceptive, man. Hello,
Where my
host.
wife grew up, she's like 100 feet from the water. So if there was a
Mm,
tsunami there, they'd be toast.
yeah, eh?
Take take a while to get to some high ground.
Yeah, it sure would. Those things are just they don't look like there's nothing's going on, and then all of a sudden, there it is.
You remember seeing video of that Sendai earthquake in Japan? Remember that one?
Yeah, I've
That
seen.
that was just incredible. How it wiped out all those towns on the east coast of Japan.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, wicked, man. Comes you see a little bit of movement, and all of a sudden, you're so probably shell shocked that you can't
Well,
run away.
when you see the water going out, I mean not just low tide, but the
Yeah,
water goes like a half a mile out, you know
yeah,
you're in trouble.
yeah, yeah. That was like that in Florida. I don't know if I sent you a picture, but uh, somebody, my cousin, I think, did I see that? Somebody else sent it to me. It was a photo of Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, like
Uh,
Tampa Bay, right? It sucked a
yeah,
lot of water out,
yeah.
so you know it's got to go somewhere. You know, it's got to come back.
Yeah, so these stupid kids are out there and they're like, well, the water's going to be coming back, man, even more. Huh. You know, what are you going to do then? It's
Hey,
not such a,
Darwin was right, right? Darwin,
yeah, yeah, it's not such a
Darwin always
funny,
wins.
yeah, right, right, right. Franklin and Marshall alumni here, huh? Hmm. Happy Veterans Day to all you lovely veterans out there.
And even the unlovely ones.
Yeah, yeah, we're waiting for the lovely ones to come on here, actually. I thought I was going to have a seamless, what do you
Hey,
call it today?
one of the ugly ones going to show up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought I was going to have a seamless entree today, but didn't happen. It must be poor quality. I must be watching the wrong channels or something.
So my ladies are on their way to Hawaii. Just me and the boy tonight.
Tsunami in Florida. Oh, your wife's in Hawaii?
They're just out over the Pacific Ocean right now, heading on their way tonight.
Yeah. Well, how long are you going to be there?
Uh, Not 9 days, I guess.
Hmm. 9 days of just you and who? Huh?
My son, he's a senior in high school.
Oh, okay, you got one boy. Huh? Yeah, my eldest son is going to be 30 December 30th. He's getting married 2024. So he's looking forward to that. I told him I would give him what what I gave his sister. You know, I asked my daughter last year. She got married over a year and a half ago, and I said, Christmas, you know, come out last year, stop by my house. You know, and then you get to see the furniture that I'm going to give you. And she says, well, we don't want to go look at furniture, you know. And then I brought the envelope over there. I should have gave her the one without all the 20s, man. But she said, how much is there? I said, 1,000. I said, that's why I wanted you to come over. You know, whether I'm giving you something or not, you know, you live up in Green Bay, so you know, take 20 minutes out of your day.
Wow, is that all it is? This 20-minute drive?
Well, no. 20 minutes at my house before we go to my mother's.
Yeah.
But my mother lives in a retiree complex now, so I think if you have any guests, you have to have them in the party room. And I don't know what's gonna happen this year.
No, I meant how far of a drive is it to Green Bay from where you're at?
I don't know, 2.5 hours maybe. I think
Really?
it's something like that. Look it up. Oh,
How about Chicago? Chicago's closer.
it's an hour and a half. 90 minutes. Yeah, when I was in the Army, I was in Highland Park where they had that goofy shit shot those people. That was 17 miles from there. And I used to make when I was in the Army down there, I used to make the trip up to Cudahy every day. The other city I lived in, small city. It was a 60 miles one way. You know, I used to drive back up that. I get that cruise at 50 miles an hour. That was the minimum speed, and I'd drink that pitcher of beer in between my legs all the way up. And one morning, I come up over this little rise, and there's a freaking tire right there, man. Bent my bumper. I think it did something with the water pump.
A tire and rim?
Yeah, it was on
Wow.
the. Yeah, man. I had no
Damn.
I had no time to avoid it.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, and I was like, shit. Then all of a
Yeah, that
sudden,
would hurt.
then all of a sudden, my well, they had generators lights still on at 71 Cutlass, and it went on, and I go, fudge, man. You know, I'm not even past Kenosha yet. You know, so it held out, and then I took it to the gas station because I knew the guys. I got to know the guys pretty good there. And so they were fixing it. The guy fired my favorite mechanic, you know. And the dude was kind of a big guy that owned the station, him and his brother. He said, I'd rather eat than have sex, he says. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. You know, I'm 20. I'm 22 at the time. What do I? But they fixed my car and I pulled it out. I was a little stoned, you know. And, that's before they started drug testing, and I turned the wheel too early and crunched up the fender on it. But you know, unlike hard alcohol, I wasn't upset. Had dinner at the VFW. Lots of old food. You did, huh? Where's the VFW around where you live, Daryl?
You probably have a pretty sizable one around what used to be Clark.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how many people that are vets actually live there?
So, well, was it Dice? Was it Filipino food or what?
There you are, Sneaker Dan. Hey, there's the camera work going. You know what? I looked today. This advertising I saw, these two particular things were deceiving, and they don't have to be deceiving. Because on one of the gimbals I have, it's a Hohem Steady i4, and it has a 14-hour battery life. You can charge your computer, your phone on it. So I look at it on Amazon because they got it marked down from $99 to $79. $79's a steal for what that thing gives you. You know, it feels good in the hand. You know, and it's you can run a connection from the gimbal to the camera. But when you look at it on Amazon, it shows the left side of the camera, which the battery compartment's on the right. So I mean, usually if you're not in a hurry, you take it out and you turn it, around and you charge it. Yeah, that's a steal, man. Oh my God, that thing. I have the Inky Falcon 2 Plus, but that one, for what the money, man, you cannot beat that. The Inky Falcon Plus is a 129. I don't know. Good evening. And so I'm looking, and instead of forcing it, I looked at it online. I Googled it, on YouTube. I mean, actually, and it showed a video of a guy taking it off, and actually it is a thank you, Nanette, a drain for the water. If you go underwater with it, and it's glued on. So that was a deceptive shot they showed, because I believe on that fantastic Hohem Steady 4 there, I think you don't have to take it out. You can run that C cable through the side to the gimbal. So it prolongs the life of your battery. And the batteries on those things, the original ones, suck, I mean, I think 20 minutes and it's done. It'll shut down. But they'll have updates in the future. There are other batteries to buy, but for the money, my God, So I didn't force it, and I looked at what happened to that guy. He did it on a GoPro 9. Hello, good evening. So I looked at. I thought, okay, good thing I looked at this. They didn't have to do that, because the only thing with that gimbal is it's kind of hard to hit the buttons, because you got a little extra square down there for the light that tells you it's on. You can turn it around manually and then double click and it brings it back. There are other ones out there that do both, Who's the co-host? That's Kiko. He's in, his wife is Filipina. They're going to Hawaii today. Right now they're over the Pacific Ocean, he said.
No, I'm not going. She's going.
No, she's going. Well, that's more than. Wait till you hear this one, though. I don't know what they charge now, but I have two of them. One had a fixed cage in it that you could only put. I think you could put a 4, 5, 6, and 7 in there, or just a 7. I forget. But that was $68, and it has a built-in selfie stick, which the other two don't. And 5-hour battery. I mean, but for guys, like me, that just do a what do you call it once in a while, that's just fine, So yeah, good. Check it out, man. If you're in the States, it's on Amazon, dude. It's marked down 27% cheap. There's nothing out there. Even the Inky Falcon Plus, you can put a media mod on that and get other 2 ports and a 3.5 millimeter jack for your audio speaker, microphone, or whatever. And so the guy's doing this, and it was my favorite, because the Hohem, you have to turn it manually to face you, and then you click it 2 clicks and it goes back to facing away from you. So that's really no big deal, but David. Hey, David.
What's happening, gentlemen?
Just discussing some gear here. So this other one I got is called Fuitech Vimbo 2A Vimbo. and it is it was $68. I don't even know if it's on there anymore, but the new cage that they put on there, it has these thumb screws, so it's like a shoulder screw, and you can slide the shoulder. The shoulder screw, you don't have to back it out all the way. So it's a pain in the ass, man, to get it balanced. You either got to go to the top. To getting it in the middle is hard. So thanks, Timmy. So I'm watching $68 at the time. That was like 6 months ago. It's cheapest one out there, and you get a lot for your money. And this guy does this video. Oh, they sent me this. What do you call it? And this is easy to put in. See, he mounted it backwards because where the camera lens is, it's kicked out a little bit. And there's no way that you can slide it past there unless you totally take the whole thing off. Which is Philippine American couple. What's that?
Said it wasn't me, dog. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, so this guy didn't need to do that because for the money at the time, and I'm sure it dropped down now. You can't. They converted it to fit 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. And it's a pain in the ass. But for the money, it was worth it. You get a couple pros to that one con, but Philippine American couple. Did you say hello to Nanette?
I did. I like saying hello to everybody, whether they're a friend or foe, ugly or pretty, mean or nice. I say hi.
I said no, Nanette.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that somewhere before. So what's happening down in Hicksville down there, David?
Hicksville, where's that?
Where you're at, man?
Boone County, Arkansas.
Wow, I didn't know we were Hicksville.
You got a woman governor now?
We do.
Yeah, well, daughter of Huckabee there.
She should be fantastic, actually.
Wasn't she the press secretary for Trump?
Correct.
Why? That must be an awfully stressful job that usually takes 2 of them for that 4-year term because I think you can only get so creative with your bullshit because trying to explain away the stupidness of Biden or Trump,
Yeah, was being attacked all the time.
That is artful. The only difference between them and the common man is that we use shorter, simpler words to the point. They have a different college way of explaining it. They don't say F-bombs or damn or any of that. I bet they scoured a dictionary to find the next thing that'll work.
Yeah, no, it's just cold down here. We're a little bit of rain, but for us, it's chilly. It's
okay.
44 degrees and dropping.
Yeah, well, that here. Yesterday was 70.
Did you say 44?
Uh-huh.
Wow, it's like 62 here and raining.
Broke a record here yesterday, 77, and then today it's was it 32 right now?
What is Simply Nanette cooking for us? She says she's cooking all of us breakfast. I wonder what she's
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah, she likes those sweets too.
Yeah, and it's really windy, so the wind chill's actually down in the 30s here.
Yeah, I'd rather.
We may get snow flurries next week.
I'd rather they, us too. Well, north of us, northwest up there in Minnesota and Dakotas, they got I don't know if they got 4 feet of snow or 2 feet or what.
Yeah.
But I didn't miss that last winter. I left Man, when I left here, oh,
I think this winter the country really needs a heavy, wet winter. With all
uh,
the drought that's going on, we really need a winter where we get a lot of rain,
oh,
maybe some tremendous snowfalls for snow melt in the spring.
we
So
sit,
definitely need some help.
they sit around here. November temperatures are going to be higher than normal, but I seen like that Farmer's Almanac deal, and we're supposed to have. We'll probably get a lot of wet, heavy snow this year. I
Hey,
guess
David, I
that's
heard the Mississippi River's really low.
Lowest it's been in I don't know how many years, but a lot of the marinas are belly up, and
okay.
yeah, it's pretty low. I saw
You
a
know,
on it the other day.
people people blame it all on global warming, which is kind of bullshit. Because if people look back throughout the history, recorded history here, the Mississippi River froze over from the north all the way down to the south, the entire river.
Hey,
So
did you see they had 400 private jets just flew in for the climate change conference? Imagine that, 400 private jets. They're
Right,
really saving the planet, huh?
right.
well, they got.
It's funny about it.
You know what? I was looking up out of curiosity. I was looking up the salaries because uh, um, who's that guy? That Mandela Barnes. He's the lieutenant governor. They only make 50 grand a year.
Lieutenant Governor?
State senator.
Oh, I think ours in Arkansas make more than that.
50 grand, man. Look it up.
Maybe they
50
get
grand. As a matter of fact, if that guy would have won, he'd have been taking a $30,000 a year pay cut.
That's what they make above board.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they got their perks, their healthcare, and all that stuff, but
Well, plus you get consulting fees. You get
yeah,
consulting fees.
clothing, special interest. That's why you got all that. Them
Yeah.
dudes, them senators, and that, guys like Mitch McConnell or what's his name up here that won barely again.
Well, some of them are so
Johnson.
rich, they don't know how many houses they have.
Yeah, he our senator, he married into a family that had cash and a company going on. So,
Timmy's a good channel there.
Now they get
Yeah.
more cash.
I've seen her.
Yeah, a good channel.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone. Doesn't matter what party. I looked it up the other day. I was curious and I Googled it. I said, what does the senator from Wisconsin make? Russ Johnson said $50,000 a year. And I said, well, what does the lieutenant governor make? The governor of the state here makes 147,000, something like that. And the lieutenant governor makes 80. So, man.
But man, those perks that come with it, especially the lifetime perks.
Yeah, it is, but I don't own a business, so that's perfect for a business owner. They like Russ Johnson. Not Russ Johnson. I can't think of the guy's name now, but Ron Johnson. He benefited from that money for the small businesses. He personally made over 250 some million.
Well, I always wanted to be a politician, but I figured they would have to look into my background, so I thought I better not.
Yeah. Well, come on, man. They're going to pay you 50 grand a year and they expect you to be squeaky clean. Oh, man. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Even bus drivers get more scrutiny than that, huh, Tony?
Hey, I did, and I made more than them. I made, above, I mean, I think the highest I ever made it, I worked a lot overtime. I think I made 80, 89.
Yeah, that's
Some of my fellow drivers that were on call duty like me, and they had it in good with the clerk. And these guys made over 100 grand a couple times. But you spend every waking moment doing it too.
Yeah.
You don't eat right. You don't sleep right. Stroke out, heart attack. But if you can survive like I did, then you benefit from it. That's the trade off. It's mentally it's a pain in the ass.
What's kind of sad is those athletes, who make all the money, then wind up broke, and
I don't feel sorry for them.
you know,
The dude that won the lottery, the $2 billion, he gets $1 billion after taxes, lump sum. So
No,
this
he
dude is
doesn't.
24
No.
years old.
Oh, did they find out who did it? Who won?
Yeah, dude in California is 24. His pictures, you Google it up, you'll see it.
24. Was he? He wasn't rich to begin with, right?
I don't think so. I don't think.
So, yeah, it's hard to be at 24 unless your daddy's got some money. But what after that? It was what 2.4, and then you cash values what 1 point something, and then after that,
okay.
75% of that, and then California is going to take out of that
Oh,
big
man.
time. That's the wrong state to win it in.
Yeah,
If
sure
you're going to
is.
win, you need to be in Texas or Florida.
Well, he won so much, he's not going to miss too much
Oh
of
yeah,
it. But here in Wisconsin, you have to you can't hide your name.
but I can't
So-
believe the guy came out and said, "Hey, it's me already."
right.
That's stupid.
No,
Oh, the time to get and go in. How are you, my friend?
I'd have built some mystery around that one.
No,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they all say if you win it, you go get a lawyer, financial advisor, and you form an LLC, and you don't have to have your name attached to anything.
Or trust.
You
it's
can name
all-
that thing anything. You could name it Tony's Bob's
That's
Bob
it.
Squad.
That's it.
And you still get all the money. You make yourself like the executor of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I know,
just
but
to come
I-
out
I-
and go down and say, "Hey, it's me, it's me."
I don't really want no lawyer. I don't want no lawyer or stranger managing my money though.
Yeah, but
Well,
what
if
do
you don't manage it, it's
where are
just
you going to put like what, $700 million?
No, man. I think
You
the
need to
dude
spread it out a little bit.
the dude got $1 billion because the payoff was 928 million a couple of days before he hit.
Yeah, it's 929, but then
motive.
you get taxed. The
I
federal's 25% of that, right?
Yeah.
And then the state of California is going to take a huge chunk of the rest.
well,
He's
So
lucky if
ridiculous.
he'll come out with 600 million. But hey, that's more than he started with the day he bought
that-
the ticket,
that's
right?
that's what you get for living in California, huh?
I
Yep.
wouldn't complain.
Well, that'll pay a lot of welfare checks out there, man.
Oh, California doesn't know how to use it though.
No, they don't. They throwing it out the window as soon as they get it.
Yeah,
They have the problem with the Dems is they got a real hard time saying no. The governor we have now, he was a superintendent. He's got some pretty stupid. He wanted white kids to wear some band that said they were privileged and some weird ass shit. But the guy makes all the decisions he makes are pretty good. He's he worked with anybody, but he's a pretty even-keeled guy. He doesn't crap on any one particular need out there in the state here. Bob, you got Bobby here, and boy, you got all these ladies here tonight.
yeah. You should invite them
Man,
to the panel.
37%, yeah.
Yeah.
So very supportive to Bob, man. Yads, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeds, I said Yads, isn't it Yeds? Yads. Nanette, and Bobby and some Modia.
So what else is going on in the world? Anything exciting?
Aside from being cold here, nah.
This I want to show you. I've been thinking about buying myself a
I'm in Florida.
printer. This is something that was given to me as a retirement gift when I retired from the college.
A
From
whale?
That's a whale of a gift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposed to be,
Boy,
but they made this on a 3D printer, and this was, almost 15 years ago when I retired. So I've been
They
thinking
made
about
that
buying it.
15 years ago on a 3D printer.
Yeah, let's see, 20. Well, wait, what year is this?
You think you had them out there?
22.
Sorry, 7 years ago. I'm old. I retired in 2015. So,
So what
Is it hard plastic? Is it still holding up?
yeah,
just dropped
go.
it?
Guess it's unbreakable.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of help here I get from these ladies too.
Well, we all need help, trust me, especially from women.
And Tony's also an athletic supporter too.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get any out your nose, David?
No, but I like
Got
that.
you at the right moment, huh?
He
That's
was
it.
envisioning himself wearing one. That's what he was doing.
I never did when I played sports.
I didn't either, man.
Yeah,
My boys were supported.
Oh my.
love sports, but love playing them. I hate watching them.
Well, I love watching them, man. Kidding me?
Speaking of that, where's Ronald? Because they're showing a college basketball game on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And I guess it's in San Diego. It's nice
Get out
weather.
of-
It must be.
Oh my
It's
God.
not out in the ocean.
No, it's anchored to port. Yeah, I don't see any waves.
You,
going on there.
you imagine taking
How cool will that be?
you imagine making a shot and the wind takes it, man?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a slight breeze, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, I think they got some tournament here with men and women called Bruce City something. But they set up a basketball floor in Miller or American Family Park here, where the Brewers play. I forget. Oh, Bruce City Brawl or something like that.
Oh, that's like watching how they have those outdoor hockey games and a football
Yeah.
stadium. That's so
Well, that's
stupid.
how
You can't see from way up in peanut heaven,
No, they got bleachers on each side of the floor to a certain height, and then they got it near the infield area.
Wow. Still, I would not pay money to go out and freeze and not be able to see the hockey game.
You need child support. I paid that enough in my life. I'm done with that one.
I'll give you some child support. Sure.
Yeah. Keep your shorts on there.
I have all kinds of very supportive advice.
Oh boy.
There's
Coming
no
from
such
you.
thing as that in the Philippines, huh, Tony? Because there's no such thing as divorce. So
Yeah, well, if you got enough money, there is. It just takes you. They call it annulment. Still, annulment here is like within 6 months.
no, but I mean, you won't get child support even
No,
if you get an
Oh
annulment.
no, they don't. They're not very. I asked about that. I asked the guy that lived there a long time, and he said they don't have. There's a certain agreement they don't have with us, and them actually chasing you down is. I mean, look how many guys do it within the country.
My wife's got a good friend in Mindanao, and she was talking to this guy in the States, and he went over and visited her, and they like each other. And he's probably late 60s, 67, and she's never got divorced, right? So she was married in her younger years. So there's no hope. Like, he's like, oh, well, I'll pay for an annulment. He ain't going to live to see the end of that annulment.
Maybe not,
to
but I
fruition,
tell you, whether they take that seriously there, and if her husband smells an opportunity to make cash, he's going to call up the PNP and he's going to send them over to that house.
That's
where-
right,
where-
because they're shacking up together now,
And well, you're going to prison then. Don't be a dumbass. They don't give a shit whether you knew or not. That's too bad.
What I understand, because we talked a lot about this while we were in the Philippines. because we went through the whole adoption process, the whole 9 yards while we were there. Went through the classes. There actually is Filipino child support within the country. Now,
Mhm.
what some of the girls we were talking about and people we were talking to was to get anybody to enforce
Yeah.
the Filipino father to pay the Filipino mother is a wholly different world. But yes, they were saying there's a legal recourse for a Filipina to get their child support from a Filipino.
I saw a video on this guy. He was an older guy, and he's from Australia, and he had a pension of sorts, and they had 3 boys, and this guy was like, his kids were all, I think they were all 3 boys under 18, and the wife left him, and she bitched about support or something, and he went to the police station. He said, "Look he had the proof." He said, "This is what I've been supporting these kids," and
he was a foreigner living in the Philippines.
So yeah, the police got a hold of the lady, and they
1, 2, 3. They're out. Excuse me.
No, they bitched her out. Now he was paying her, but he was supporting the kids.
Well, the biggest piece of advice that we try to give my wife's nieces,
Yeah.
all young Filipina girls that I know and have ever talked to, is do not get married. I don't care what you do in your life, but if you get married in the Philippines, you are screwed for life.
Unless you got a lot of money.
You want to shack up and have a baby or two, whatever, but don't
It's
get
basically
married.
a life sentence.
It is, and because you're not going to get out of it. And we have friends now that they haven't seen their husband in 15 years, but they can't ever marry an American or Australian or anybody else.
Mm.
They're screwed. Their lives are shit. But the sad thing, Tony, you're absolutely right. What happens is there's a game. So we know at least 3 couples over the years. American hooks up with the chick who's been married, who's married legally. Now they want to get an annulment. That's a nightmare in itself unless you throw shitloads of cash. And I mean lots and lots and lots of cash. But then what happens is the husband, you also got to pay the husband. So it's kind of like like in India, where when they get a divorce, somebody has to pay the damaged party for the divorce. And in the Philippines, it's just a hustle. The guy haven't seen the wife and kids in 15 years. And if you want him to agree to it, you got to give him some money.
I know it happens all over the world, but I had a few friends over there when I first started on Facebook, and these couple ladies, man, one had 3 kids and the guy just left. I couldn't imagine ever doing that to anyone. I just couldn't. I'm thinking to myself, it's almost always the women that go over to be the OFWs, not the guys. Not that all guys are bad there, but almost always the woman does it. The woman has to make the most sacrifices between the two.
Well, I wonder if that's because of the job market. I mean,
I don't know.
a male OFW, what is he going to do? He's going to work in the shipping industry.
Construction,
Yeah, well,
Middle East,
yeah. So, well,
trucking.
Versus the females who are going to be domestic helpers in hotels and family.
Look, hey, if you need it bad enough, you'll find a way to get something.
But look, this will get me in trouble without question.
Well,
But
we'll do it Tuesday then.
but the
Here comes the big butt.
the Philippine men, I hate to say it, and some are friends, you people are freaking lazy when it comes to taking care of you.
Yeah,
when it comes to being ambitious. You're not lazy when it comes
it's
to doing
part of
work.
the culture, isn't
You're
it?
lazy when it comes to being ambitious and trying to better yourselves. As long as you got a little bit of beer at home and somebody to cook that right.
right? And a
Well,
karaoke machine.
life, not to make excuse. I mean, there's always disclaimers. Not everyone's like that, but you got to understand also the opportunity is nearly nothing. You know, for a regular guy. I mean, I was visiting one of my brother-in-laws when I got there. He used to work at the mall before he got another job. He works for himself now. His wife works for a water company, and I said, you know, I saw a couple of women that as we walked through the store that weren't look nowhere near 25 or 20, you know, because in an ad there, at least in the past, it would say they're hiring between 18 and 28. And so I asked him, I said, well, what happens with these ladies that work here? He said
Who
that
you know.
I think they let them go if they're not in management. They have to leave when they're 45 or something like that.
When they turn ugly, they get out, because it's a culture to where all you want to do is put the young, pretty faces up front because they think that makes more money. And since
Well, let's face it, there are very few like
Yeah.
good jobs that are permanent that, you know,
yeah,
and labor is so cheap there that you'll be replaced. You know, I don't know. It's a catch-22, but
They
there's
do
not
think,
many people have very secure jobs that
yeah.
last a lifetime.
Yeah.
Not too many.
not too many.
Not
Only
in
the
that country.
self-employed are better off.
You know, the police, the security guards, but even them, I know a lot of security folks in the Philippines who gets bumped around, and they may be making XYZ one time and then less the next time. And so consistency, you're right, is even for the people with what we call permanent jobs, because no job in the Philippines seems to be a permanent job.
Yeah,
No.
unless it's who you know and who your relatives are.
My wife's one of her uncles, one of her dad's brothers. He's a photographer, and I think he's in the Metro Manila area. He's made quite a good living there, you know. But you got to be the common guy that goes out and doesn't apply himself. You go to a factory, you know, they got guys doing electrical work that have no business doing it, but yeah, that's just the way it is there. That's all.
Yeah, and you know, out there repairing electrical lines in flip flops and shorts. You know.
You know what? I keep getting.
That is going to eat breakfast. Now, this is really nice because my wife has decided to go eat Asian food without me. Some of her friends. So I could really use something to eat for Lynette.
What are you serving? Is it longanisa?
Yeah.
Is it kikiam? Do you have any kikiam?
Anything would be good, seeing that my wife abandoned me to go eat seafood. You know.
What are you having, Nanette?
So
But hey, that's the way it is there. But I'm not gonna impose any.
it is.
You know, I'm a guest there. That's all I
Yeah,
can do.
that's the way it is.
It is.
Fact of life there, and we're not.
I-
gonna change it.
You won't. You know, when I'm at, you know, I figure at the age I'm at, you know, that young guys can start doing a crusading for right and wrong here because it's worn me out. I'm tired. I don't want to be bothered with it no more.
But
So when I go over there, I don't have that on my mind, you know.
the sad thing is, the really sad things are the Philippine people are really good people. The country could be a fantastic country, but it's just
It
not.
is.
Yeah.
It is. You know,
No.
you can't compare them to us.
Well, sure you can. You can.
Fantastic in spite of all the hardships.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
how you say it.
When I think of it there, the first time I was there, when I left, I felt like I was leaving as if I was leaving my home already, just like, you know, you would if you left from here. As soon as that plane got off that runway, boy, I thought to myself, oh man, because I had, you know, I think it was 52 the first time I was there, 51. And I had a 7-year plan or 6-year plan. And they got derailed a little bit, but I like it there. I love it there. I'm very comfortable there. When I'm there and I was doing live streams, people noticed that I was happier. You know, it's just you're just different, man. It shows. You know, so yeah, it's like one of the sayings I hate to say, but it is what it is. You know, so me as a guest, that's all I can be is just that. I guess
I'll just tell you guys, from being back in the States, but then again, we went through hell while we were there. But
oh yeah, wait a minute. You were there like what, 1 week before they started before the hurricane or typhoon?
We were there a month.
A month.
A month and a half, maybe 6 weeks.
Oh my
It
goodness.
did, and everything blew up and went crazy. But
Yeah.
but the only thing and I was telling the wife, we were kind of talking about this last night, is the friends that we have in the Philippines is what I miss. I actually don't miss the Philippines because I've been to crap loads of tropical islands and beautiful places.
What were you expecting? What were you expecting when you went?
No. What I'm saying is all I miss from the Philippines is the people that I know.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's what I miss is the people, the relationships that you have. You could put those, if I could uproot them and bring them to the States, I would. If I could, because the Philippines is a beautiful place, but so is Aruba.
I was told a long time ago by this Filipino lawyer here that that there are more Filipinos in America than there are Mexican American, from Mexico. And in my job of picking people up, I can honestly say I never had a bad word spoken, and I was never disrespected by anyone that was Asian. Period. Not once. In 19 years, not once. You can't say the same for other folks here. But what I'm saying is, people spend their life complaining, bitching and moaning. Other people put their nose to the grindstone and go, instead of bitching about what they don't have. And I've never heard any one of them from any part of the world in Asia, anybody Asian, ever complain about anything. But what them reminded me of what like it was when I was a kid, and I grew up around it became a predominantly Spanish neighborhood. But I used to hear my dad complaining. I never heard any one of my Mexican friends' dads or moms complain about nothing because they were all about family. They got the job they had and they went at it. They didn't sit there, spend their life complaining about stuff, I used to sit back and, when I didn't know no different, I would see this and I thought, man, how come they don't, the kids were always dressed nice, even if they lived in a house that wasn't that nice, the freaking thing was clean.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tony, I got spoiled because I lived in Japan 4 years. I was stationed there, right? And society works. It looks, that's what a civilized society should be, right? You can walk the streets, right? People obey the traffic signs. They cross the street when the light turns. Okay, it's almost robotic. Some critics would say, "Oh, they're just like robots," but their society works. You can go down the subway. The subways are so clean you could eat off the floor, and the trains run on time. That you have no threat of anyone pickpocketing you or pushing you onto the subway lines, or and nobody stabbing you or shooting you. Everything runs like civilized society should run. And then I come back to the real world and it was like, man, I kind of miss that, sure, it's crowded, it's expensive, all that kind of stuff, but hey, everything works.
Yeah.
And the stress of having to deal with riffraff is not there,
You know what they'll do in Japan if they got a guy that works at a factory, even a Nissan factory, and he's part of a team. I guess they have unions, but they're company unions. But if the guy isn't pulling his weight, he can't get another job in any other factory because of the way his lack of it doing anything, nothing. But anyway, you know, I like the life there that I have, and I'm thankful for it. You know,
I like
love
the
you.
people very much is what I like. I like the people better than the geography.
Well, I mean, more, and I always got to put that disclaimer in because not everyone's the same, not everyone's bad, but the majority of hellos and smiles you get are way more than you'll ever have here.
You know, one thing I was told about Japan, and I don't know if this is really true, but I was told by people that have lived in Japan this.
Yeah, Daryl likes to eat
So
Filipinos.
clean is because they have a lot of strict rules about household garbage. And so a lot of the garbage will stay inside the household because it costs so much to get rid of it. And you can't put it out. And if it gets on the ground, you get fined. So I was told that by a couple of people that lived there for a while.
Here's what they do around where I'm at. Not everybody, but they'll have a guy come around. You hang your garbage out. This guy will come around for 5 pesos or so, 5 or 10, and he'll take it away.
Yeah.
Where he goes to take it, you know, sometimes in the province, they just have somebody goes up a hill and dumps it all over the place.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
they don't have any recycling that I know of. So all those plastic bottles and all that stuff, not even in a landfill, they're just laying on the countryside.
I think we were paying 50 pesos a week for garbage.
50. Oh man. More than this. Well, this guy wasn't a city worker. He
No,
was just a guy.
It was just guys with trucks.
Yeah, he was a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would just transport it somewhere else out of your
Yeah.
hair. And like
That's
you said,
what-
you could dump it a block down the
Yeah.
road, but you
Yeah.
got paid and your
Mm.
garbage got gone.
That's it.
I thought to myself, I don't know about that. If it's burnable, I'll burn it. You know, I'll get a hold of a 50-gallon drum and drill some holes in it.
And then the little lady at 4 a.m. who's walking the neighborhood going, what is it? Hey, hey,
Hey, this when I was when we were on a ferry ride. We took a bus and the ferries up to Naga, Camarines, Sur there, because my wife's dad was from there. And I was met this guy. He came over to America. He was working. I think he was working at some factory. Well, big name. Well, I forget which one. But he's from Surigao, and he said, "What do you want to live over there in Bruton for?" You know, he said, in Surigao, this was back then, I don't know about now. He said, you can leave your door unlocked and you'll never get nothing ripped off. You can walk at night, which a lot of places like, you know, that's kind of risky because they got one lamp lit up for, 1 mile.
Where are you
But-
talking? Surigao City?
Surigao, right in Surigao, not the island, just the city at the top
Yeah,
of Mindanao.
Surigao City. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
North Point. Yeah.
Yep. He was my hearing ain't that good, but at the time the guy asked me if I ever heard of it, and I'm like, no, I never heard of it. He goes, that's surprising. He never heard of. I couldn't hear what the hell he was saying. He was sitting right next to me too. You know, so there was a lot of noise with the water and the air, the wind blowing, and people murmuring or whatever. So
That's where my wife went to college there.
Surigao?
City. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it up there, man. It was nice, but they've caught a lot of heck over there lately with the typhoons. Last year they did. By where I'm at, they got a lot of wind. That was about it. But then that thing came down and got Cagayan de Oro. It did some damage there. But anyway, all good things and bad. I love it there. I wake up and I'm not freezing. The sun is most of the times, and I feel good and I'm ready to go. You know, not like around here when it's dark and gray. You have a hard time getting out of bed.
Yeah, I hate this daylight savings time.
God, man.
Well, it
Dark
is
at
next
5
year.
o'clock.
And next year is the last year of it, 2023.
Last year, what?
Daylight savings time.
Are they going to leave it on where the sun is out later in the evening?
Oh, what's this? Federally? Where'd you hear that?
Oh, it's just Google it. It's already passed the House, and I think it's in the Senate now.
I
2020.
I would rather have that hour at the end of the day than the beginning.
2022. This time was our last time to have to do it.
But here's
Well, if it passes.
Yeah, but they're talking. It's a sure deal.
here's the plus side to all of this, and it was some kind of salvation for me was when you get past December 22nd. I think that's the longest day or the shortest day.
Winter solstice.
Yeah,
After
but
that,
okay, so after that day, you start gaining minutes here and there, and by the end of January, you've gained back 5 or 10, something like that. So that's something to look forward to. Small fish and anchovies, man. You like that salt, huh?
Oh, man.
Oof.
Well, she was having dried fish earlier, so right away I knew
just
I didn't want
checked.
to go to her house.
only 3 hours. 3 hours till my wife touches down at the airport.
2,000. It's not that when you leave, when you take off from California, it ain't that long. It's under 4 hours, isn't it?
Now, is she coming home or going?
No. She's flying from Dallas, Texas to Honolulu. That's her final destination.
$2,000 a month for association
They got
fee.
3 hours left till they hit Honolulu.
Nice.
Land. I didn't
What?
mean to say hit. That was
Oh,
bad
I
choice of words.
hear you. She is yelling what and telling what? What are you talking about?
Somebody's.
Whatever you were saying, you were trying to hear from that guy.
Oh,
Yeah. The lady in the.
yeah. So I just, I go, no. Kind of like they're in the store and they say out of stock and they got it right behind them.
No,
But,
Solomon's what I'm talking about. We had a lady that would come to the neighborhood going, I think Io every morning because she wanted to sell fish and rice. And she'd walk to the
East every morning. East.
Is that what it
And
was?
then pan de sol, the hot bread in the morning. Pan de sol. Yeah.
Okay.
you know what?
Just like
We
keep
get the
working
bread.
it up, lady.
We get the bread. We get the bread that doesn't sell at the bakery, and it's cheaper. And the guy comes around every night.
Well, cheap. I mean, this was pan de sol was like 1 peso each for
Mm.
fresh hot stuff. The kid had a little like a styrofoam, like we used to take
Mhm.
fishing to put the fish in when we catch.
Mm.
Little styrofoam container just chock full of steaming hot pan de sol, little rolls. And boy, were they good. 1 peso each. I know every day I'd get 12, right? And I'd give him a 20 every day. So he got 8 peso tip from me every day. On the last day there, it's dark at that time in the morning. And he had his little flashlight with him to, count his money to see which one. I handed him a 100 peso bill and he assumed it was a 20 again, right?
Yeah.
He looked at it, man. His eyes lit up through it. It's like, yeah, that's for you. Keep it. My last day here. So
Yeah, my wife always yelled at me because I tipped the grab people too much.
I know, mine too. She said, that's too much. Is that what your
Yeah.
wife said? That's too much. That's too
I
much.
got-
It's peanuts to me. I mean,
I
a
got-
dollar tip for us.
It's
is
a
nothing.
buck.
For one haircut, here, I can get haircuts for a year and a half. And when I was there, I had like 3 because I was just trying different ones out. And the guy said, "Oh, is he rich?" I said, I go, "No, I'm not poor either. I'm not rich." And I told my wife, I said, because we were given a cut was 50, and so we were giving him 70 all the time. I said, "I'll give him a little more than that." She said, "If you do that, he'll expect that all the time." Like
Wow.
if you do a Christmas thing, like you give the guy a
Yeah.
couple thousand.
I had a guy come to the place we were staying. He brought his own clippers, He came here, cut my hair. I asked my wife, what's his fee? She said 25 pesos. I gave the guy like 100,
Welcome, yeah.
She's
Look,
like, that's too much. I said, hey, the guy comes to your house and cuts your hair. That's $1 to me,
Yeah.
I paid $15 back in the States,
I tell the lady where I go. I've been going to her and her friend since
There he is. Edith.
I was there about 30 years. I've been going to the same persons.
Taylor, Veterans Day, my man.
What's happening, Toronto?
How come you got a picture of an ugly guy for your avatar? Why don't you find that Where's that good-looking woman?
Well, Kiko, you got a big L there.
That's for loser.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm over here watching the movie with another
Mm.
fellow vet.
No, man, you're talking in a tunnel. We can't hear you. Get close to the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even start me on that mic.
Well, he just put his thing up there. He must maybe he's up to got some monkey
Hey, Ronald, do
business.
you see? Look on ESPN. They're playing
Ugh.
basketball on a
Wow.
carrier, the Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, but I've done that before.
You know what, man? I went to St. Louis in 1980. I think it was 88, and they had the Mississippi River was down. They had a Burger King there, right on the other by the arch, in the Mississippi River, and the water was real low then.
Burger King in the Mississippi River.
Yeah, it was like a riverboat constructed.
That's
Huh?
good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
tied up.
I can't.
It was
you
an
can't
actual
hear the
riverboat
movie.
turned into
I
a
mean,
Burger
you can't
King,
hear the movie if I leave this
and
shit up.
it was right next to the arch, which was
Unless you want to hear.
right up down the street from the old Busch Stadium.
No,
When
no,
we
no.
went
I was
that
just
summer,
bullshitting with
there
these
were like-
motherfuckers.
It's like 103 heat index every day,
What's up, David?
but it
Keep
was
going.
low then too.
Hello.
Not a lot, my friend.
Now, what's really going on, you
Again,
bastard?
man?
Happy
Welcome on
Veterans Day to all my
You know
vets.
what, there, Professor? You might have to shut off a VPN if you got one, and you might have them both open. I don't know why I've had to do that lately. I go on my phone right here. I gotta have it off when I get on, and then I can turn it back on again.
My VPN is off.
Uh-oh.
No,
Now your voice is not scrambled. They can hear you now, Ronald.
Oh yeah, man. Oh my God.
It's gonna be this coming.
As
And
long
look-
as, oh, look at that.
Oh,
See, the
yeah.
aliens cut him out already.
That's it.
There he
So
goes bragging he didn't have a VPN, and boom. They gave
Yeah,
him
no
crap door.
anchovies, man. I can't. You must.
No,
People
no.
eat that crap. They gotta be salt fanatics, man.
No, that's like putting pineapples on pizza. No way.
No, man.
I'm still here. I don't know what the fuck Tony
Yeah.
doing.
Oh, fish is da.
Easter.
Easter.
Oh, E. I is
Easter.
E.
Easter. Every
I is
morning.
E,
man.
just like in Italy. You know, I is E.
Now we still got sound problem.
hey,
Ah, you're a little better. I don't know what you got. Your audio is different today. You're wearing that headset. Is that different?
What? Bobby, I used to use I used to have my Wi-Fi on all the time too, till about 2 weeks ago. And all of a sudden, if I go on my phone, like when David has his live stream on Tuesday nights at 5:30, I have to turn it off to get on. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing why it's doing what it's doing.
I'm over here chilling, sir.
Dice, you didn't tell us what you had for your dinner at the VFW. Give us a layout. Was it a buffet?
Buffett.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett.
He's a Buffett, man. A Buffett.
was he in a car accident a while back where he had to cancel some shows or something? Or what happened to him a while back? It got really sick.
Oh, he's probably getting old.
He had to cancel some shows, if I remember right, a couple months ago.
Just saw on the internet. Remember that comedian Gallagher?
Yeah.
He died, 76 years old. Man, we're getting old.
Wow, I didn't know he's that old.
Gallagher, yeah.
Smashes.
I don't know. He got famous for some reason. I never thought he was much, but hey,
Yeah.
as long as he made a living out of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Carrot Top dude. Always irritated me. You know, but yeah, if you can make a living, hustling, watermelons. More
Breaking
power.
them up. I guess he was famous for smashing fruit.
Yeah,
I guess
Was,
it's better than what Ozzy Osbourne was famous for.
yeah. They turn the show to make sure they're windy. Oh, Yeah.
Hey, you might as well just open your mouth up in the ocean with salt water and let some come in.
Yeah, anchovies are nasty. Dried fish is nasty. I love fish, and we eat a lot of fish, but
Have you
Yeah.
tried now?
anchovies, oh yeah. But it was funny. We were talking about those tips. My wife had some Filipino friends over, and that came up, and they all jumped on this bandwagon about how horrible it was that we'd order a crab in the Philippines, and I'd give the guy a buck, and they're like, well, that's like 50 or 60, 70%. And I'm like, well, so what? He has to maintain his scooter. It's driving in the Philippines sucks, even if you're used to it. Give the guy a break. He needs the money to support his family.
Well, that's one less stressful thing I have to deal with over there. We can get a ride for what, 15, 18 cents or something?
Not in Cebu. The cities, especially Cebu and Manila, are not cheap places to be and to live.
I think when I was there, jeepneys were like 8 pesos or 10 pesos. Probably a lot more now. I don't know.
There aren't as many there anymore. When I went last January, traffic flowed better. I don't know
How
if
much
it's
was the trike?
there
Is that about 10?
in Butuan they're 10 now.
Yeah.
But they had them on the jeepney. I forget what city it was in, but when inflation went down, they lowered the price, which is kind of unheard of here.
Yeah, I always did jeepneys. Very rarely trikes.
They had a lot of them last time I was in the Manila area. They had a shitload of them this last time. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
only took one taxi, and that was
Mhm.
like in Makati area.
Yeah, I took that.
My
Yeah.
wife held it down, negotiated the fee, and then I showed up, and the guy was mad because he could have got his 2 or 3 times the amount.
Yeah.
Well,
Cebu doesn't
I,
have these anymore. They got rid of them in Cebu.
we went to the bar, and on the way back, I acted like I was sleeping. This guy all of a sudden he can't find it. I said, he's a freaking driver. So what should have costed us 600 cost us 14 or something.
So I imagine nowadays there's Ubers over there, right? 'Cause
I got mad. Well, they had a problem with that too, but
Grab. Right. We took Grab quite a few times in taxis. And Super Dan's right. I think in Cebu, our minimum stripes was like 20 pesos.
they got what the city I was in. There's 10.
well, 8 pesos. That was like 21 years ago. So.
Yeah. Well, I was there 10 years ago. It was 8. Or it was 5. Is it 5 or 8?
Well, for a trike, you're talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking a jeepney.
No, that's cheaper than a trike, I think.
You
Yeah.
think?
I think.
But we mainly do the taxis and the Grabs.
We even haul more people.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd own a motorcycle there. I definitely would get a bicycle, but then you'd have to worry about it getting stolen anytime you go in any place.
I would. I like one of those trikes, just like the guys at work have. Got great protection in the front. I don't know what they use for that.
What scared me the most for people there are the bicycle trike frame things. They're like the motorized trike, but they're stripped down. They're basically just bare metal tubes. And
It's just a pedal bike to ride people along with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A pedicab, they call it.
You can't see
Pedicab, yeah.
them. There's no reflectors. There's no headlights. There's no lights. So at night, you just can't see those damn things.
Right.
Well, they used to be 5, and then now they're the same price as the trikes, but those guys got to work their asses off, When it's hot out like that, I'm pedaling. That's work.
Oh, I agree with that. And I'm happy to reward them for their pedaling. I just don't want to run them over at night.
When I was there in 2013, it was 5 pesos per person to ride a pedicab, and I gave the guy 20, which was like I don't know what here, 20 cents or quarter. And the guy looked at it like it was $100,000, like it was $100,000 bill, man. Yeah, he was.
And my wife's hometown, it's like 8 blocks by 8 blocks. He can walk everywhere, so didn't even need even a
Well,
place. I used her cousin's bicycle one day just to ride around. It took me 20 minutes to ride around the whole town.
where my
Circumference.
where my in-laws have their place, you can walk to the Pure Gold and grocery store. You can walk to the wet market, but she wants to ride all the time.
Well, that's what, my wife, she would take the trikes and she'd come home and say that her butt hurt or her back hurt. And I keep telling her, look, we can afford for you to take a taxi. Why are you doing this? Just
Hey.
take a freaking taxi.
I was at Robinson's, because I was dreading the experience I had from down in Manila, So I wrote in what do you call it? Can't think of it.
Trike?
Unicab. Yeah, multicab. And
Monica.
I had that's when I had I lifted up my toenail by hitting the edge of a concrete. Yeah, so when I go to get in there, I slam my foot against the bumper, and I
knew
said,
that was coming.
and I said, "Fuck!" So, I said, "Look," and the thing is still not back 100% where it's supposed to be. It'll be a year in February. So, oh my God, that hurt. It almost hurt worse than any ass kicking I ever had.
Murphy's Law, man.
Yeah, so the next time we go, I didn't know what was going on with the taxi prices and all that shit. So I said, let's just take this. If it cost me $2, I don't care. And it was 87 pesos. It was a dollar.
For a taxi?
Yeah.
Man,
From
where you were at to Robinson and Butuan?
From Robinson's, we took that to what's called Resurrection. It's near the roundabout there where you go west to Masao, or you go north to the airport.
Oh.
So it was a ride, man. 87 pesos, man.
Yeah.
A little over $1.
I think I told you one day I was there, and we were staying all the way out by Bangkasi Airport, right? You know where that's at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know where that bridge is on the far east of Butuan City.
Mm-hmm.
I walked all the way from the airport to that bridge, and then a big thunderstorm and lightning came up, pouring down rain, and I walked back from the bridge to the airport.
How much?
That was a good, a mile and a half, 2 miles each way?
Yeah, at least.
And they were looking at me like I was crazy,
You, how long ago?
Tank top, flip flops, shorts.
How long ago was that?
21 years ago. No, that was 18 years ago, 17 years ago.
But still, man.
What? I was
Yeah,
walking, it felt good. Hey, it's so hot there. Anytime
when you're 40,
you get rain to cool you off, it feels good.
When you're 40, that's like you're still.
I was 40 years old, so I'm walking back, pouring down rain, and I'm soaked, but I don't care. I loved it.
You still got you still think you got the health of a 25-year-old, and but now though, do it now. I gotta say this for Butuan, they got around the market, or at least around that area, they got sidewalks on one side of the street at least. Nice.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if they had sidewalks, but I
Dayan,
should have got hit by lightning. Lightning was cracking all around me. I'm soking wet in my foot. Walking through puddles.
I drove that bare bicycle, yeah. Dude, when I took that bare bicycle, I thought to myself, I took that pedicab, I thought, that's going to take us longer to get home. But it didn't. The guy had a pace, and it was never a lot to a little. It was steady.
Yeah, and the cars and the vehicles have to stop in line, and he gets to cruise right up alongside to the front of the line. So.
Yeah, we never rode the pedicabs in the Philippines. We rode them off of the cruise ships at other countries. They have them there. And
I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got there, like the ones in that are in Angeli. Forget it, man. Those things are like, it's like a dragster. They're so freaking low. That's such a bad idea if you got back issues. But
Yeah.
I don't know what the ones in Cebu look like, but the ones in Butuan are they got kind of similar to Jinsan a little bit, but I don't know what they make the front of theirs with. It looks like they get this steel off of this shape off of a ship or something,
Mhm.
or off a dock.
Yeah.
It's you run into one of those with a car, you're gonna get hurt, you know. So,
Mhm.
but I've seen a couple of them that were done better because most of them have the back lowered. It's a lot of stress on the motorcycle tires and wheels, you know, rotating oblong, and they had some of them that were even across, you know, and the longevity of that motorcycle at its strike is going to be a lot longer than it will the ones that are dipping back. But really, they should grease their bearings at least twice a year there. What's the matter with Ronald? He's shy today, man. No voice.
It's watching TV.
Oh yeah, that he might be on the dark channel. He might be on that one where they booze it up. Fair bicycle, man. Mm.
Yeah.
The brake failure, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, we rode them off at the cruise ships. You get on them and the guys
Oh,
up, and I never ran them or rode them in the Philippines. I felt sorry because, you know, the Filipino men are so little.
hey,
I just felt bad, so I didn't ever ride them there.
I hear those brakes, man. You know, and a lot of those motorcycles that they get the cheaper one, so it has the disc brake. You know, not the other one. And man, you hear them things just screeching, trying to avoid hitting something in front of them. But it all works, you know. So here, if you took people from here and tried to do that, there's no way. You know, because here it's always somebody else's fault that what happened. But you know, I see them things take off sometimes, and I'm thinking, hey, you ain't gonna make it, you know. But I gotta say, it with the taxis, I never saw any road rage while I was there. Not from the taxi drivers.
We had a little in the city. We had taxi drivers pissed off at. Yeah, we had some. Yeah.
Well, we would have one on a trike when a person, after they make their left-hand turn, somebody that's picking up right on the corner just goes out without looking in their mirror and almost, you know, wrecking that guy, plus whoever's coming down the street too. So, but most, you know, over 90 some percent, 97, 98% of them, you know, they get through the trip without irritating anybody.
We definitely got to have patience.
I gave you thumbs down.
They changed the format of how things are laid out, so he accidentally, I think, gave you a thumbs down.
Oh, I thought, what the hell, man?
At least that's what he's saying was the reason.
Well, he can speak for himself now. What are you doing there, El Lieutenant?
Sorry, bro. I had to explain that.
Yeah, that when you click on the video playlist, it'll have like the phone version of like you would on your phone. It's pretty interesting, but all those other things, when you clicked on it before, you knew you were hitting a thumbs up. Now it's kind of just a blue outline of a thumb.
To me, it looks like it's a thumbs down to the right, which you're looking for a thumb. So you hit it by accident, then you go, oh shit. What it is the thumb is down, and to the left of that.
On here, but he's either at the casino or he's watching a movie.
He's fucking around. And the
Must
new
be dating.
format is, let me find a new date. And the thumb, to the left of that, it says like.
Stay home.
So it's just like or thumb. So now I gotta remember
Stay
to
home
always
and
hit
stay
like.
quiet.
Where's the one that gives you the middle finger?
Oh,
Yeah, they haven't got that one on there yet. That'd be
if they
pretty
had that
interesting,
option,
wouldn't
if
it?
they had that option,
New
it'd be fine.
subscriber. How you pronounce
So-
that, Kiko?
We need
DN?
RC to put one of those up.
Is that DN? RC. Wow. Yeah, with his picture in the middle of it. Thank you for subbing. New sub,
Hello, DN family.
DN.
Yep, DN has a nice channel, good channel.
I don't know if I'm on that one yet or not. I'll have to check that out after the what do you call it here?
Very nice channel. Reminds me of a lot of our friend. I forgot.
You forgot a lot of our friend, huh?
Good friend, huh?
Yeah, my old age.
Super friend, man.
She's from. Oh crap! I forgot that too.
You don't know nothing.
Not,
You're like Tony, man.
Hey, she's a good hooker. Well, how much I pay? I don't know.
the young lady from Indonesia,
FISA?
Faiza. There you go.
Oh my God, man.
Jesus, I'm getting old.
David,
Well,
yeah,
that
you're
out his Rolodex up in his head.
hey, that dude's the youngest one here, I think. Yeah, what are you, 50? What?
I turned 55 in a couple weeks.
55. I can't drive 55.
Here in a couple weeks.
December what? Or November?
22nd.
Oh, turkey boy, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that JFK Day?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I was, what is it, 1963 was that?
2 years old.
I was 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Bobby's because I remember that train. Somebody ran across the tracks and got run over by the train
What?
that they had his body on. And I know I said this before, but it was such a thrill for me. It was like a American royalty to Kennedy's, you know. And I was at a movie theater with my girlfriend at the time and my friend and his girlfriend. And I had my army jacket on, you know. Somebody taps me on the shoulder. I had long hair, but it was 1979. And I turn around. There's RFK Jr. And I fell down because I was so surprised. And now, you know, when you see people do that, so you go, why would they do that for that person? But dude looked just like his father at the time. Just like
Where were you at that this happened?
he was campaigning for Uncle Ted. I was at a movie theater, Point Loomis movie theater.
In
Called-
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it was kind of chilly out, you know, no
Why was
snow.
he campaigning? His Uncle Ted wasn't running in Wisconsin.
No, his uncle. He was campaigning for Uncle Ted in the 1980. He dropped out.
Presidential election. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. When I turned around though, because the dude,
So you recognized him.
well, he looked just like his father, identical. You know, and he's about our age too, I think. And I turned around and I kind of fell backwards because I was surprised. And he said, "Oh, I get that a lot, you know." And they were looking at my pockets. I had my hands in my pockets, and they were checking. You know, he was checking me out, and so were the Secret Service guys.
You talking about Kennedy's son?
Yeah, Robert Kennedy Jr. Yeah,
I think he's dead.
well, I know that. No, Robert Kennedy Jr.
Now.
ain't dead.
Now
No,
he is.
Junior.
Yeah, he's dead too.
Yeah, he's been dead for a good number of years.
No way. He was married. No, he married that chick from
He's dead.
what's her name? The Larry. Yeah, what?
This is the
Curb Your Enthusiasm. He married that woman.
well, he may have, but he's still dead.
Now,
What'd he die of?
Now, plane crash.
Old age.
He's our age, Kiko.
Is
Robert
he
Kennedy Jr.
Oh no, you're not. The plane crash was John F. Kennedy.
That's RFK, doofus.
I'm talking about Junior, the saluting. He died.
RFK Jr. RFK.
No, Robert Kennedy, not John F. Kennedy.
RFK.
Make up your mind. Jesus.
I said
Jesus,
that all
what
along
the
with
fuck?
you,
JFK,
goofball.
RFK, XY,
Bunch of
LMNOZ,
boombas,
FK.
man.
Oh my
Fuck,
God.
man. You're making my
We
head
did.
hurt. Are you talking
We
about?
did.
M-O-U-S-E.
Stop with the fucking acronyms,
Oh my
man.
lord.
Robert Kennedy
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah.
Robert
I know I don't
Kennedy
talk
Jr.
that good sometimes, but son of a gun, man. I mean, come
Robert
on.
Kennedy Jr. Right?
Okay.
That's what you're talking about.
He's dead. RFK dead.
Let's do this. They're all dead.
He
Yeah,
still
I
talks
know.
like he's on a.
Well, I think
jackhammer.
RFK he didn't have high aspirations like his father because they come from a family of 11.
Same
But he
thing,
was,
lead poisoning.
He was a congressman or something or other like that. He never had any desire to get any higher.
Yeah.
But it was a thrill meeting him, you know. It's just
Yeah, Teddy's the one that killed the girl in Chappaquiddick, right?
yeah. It's a long time ago, yeah.
Yep.
I forget a staffer. I forget her name, but anyway, that kind of
Mary Jo Kopechne.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
There you go. That's right. That's right. You got that one.
Bobby though, you know him and
At
Jack.
the time,
they
we
both
all
were
knew about the story.
bobbing on Marilyn Monroe and poor Bobby there. You know what? I honestly think that Bobby was more of a regular guy to everybody than John was. But I think they would have made the country would have been a lot far better off if those
None of them
people
were
that-
regular guys.
I think
Yeah,
they're
he-
great actors.
you know, Bobby was he seemed like the guy that you go to the bar and have some beers with. Hi, Annie.
Yeah.
I just think they were great actors. All politicians are fantastic actors.
Well,
Well, not all of
My share
He
in
said,
our
he said, "Well, I got my limousine around by the park, around the corner." You know, how do you get that shit out? They really like that A. They make that A A-H.
How come Dice lost his New York accent, huh? What's up with that?
New York? Well, he had a brother accent. He didn't have the Italian accent.
Well, my brother, you would have thought my brother was fucking Italian. The one who stayed in New York, man. Every time I went back home, it was like, "Hey, guys, this is my brother Daryl. He's in the army." And I was just like,
Get him
"Damn,
some
dude.
cannoli.
Get him some
Yeah.
cannoli and some of that.
My
hey,
brother,
some of
the
that
Joe
fried
Pesci
stuff.
show.
He
That's
likes
my
that,
brother.
that eggplant parmesan." I was like, "Man, Gene, okay."
Yeah, my
I
God.
couldn't believe the way this guy talked.
I found Kiko. I found it by. I was always curious. I was talking to this a lady in Italy. Got my last name. She's from where my grandfather was from, and I asked her about his name, Albino, and then she goes, "Well, my uncle's name was American name was Chester, but his Aniceto, his name was." And she said, "Oh, those are a couple of strange names, So I just happened to be looking because they lived around Trento, and I looked northeast of Milan. There's a town called Albino. So my grandfather was named after, my great-grandfather named him
Albino is
after
just a word for white.
Albino, not albino.
Well, it's the same thing, Tony. It's from Latin. It means white.
Albino.
Yeah.
Northern Italians are whiter.
Albino.
Whatever.
That's
But
the same
anyway.
that's why they call albino people albino, because they're white.
But the point being, he was named after the town.
Oh,
So he's white.
well, yeah, a lot of them are. Like Calabrese, that's a place. in
No,
Italy.
his first name.
His first name was Albino?
Yes.
Well, that's cool. That's kind of cool.
Wow.
They were just naming them that.
My
you know,
great grandparents, well, they northern Italy there, they got the Alps or Italian Alps and all that other.
Good
It's
thing
a
they
pretty-
didn't name him Fuchsia. That's a color, too.
It's a pretty
Verde,
a
Verde.
hilly area.
Rose. Hey, there's another color.
Turquoise. I think the ring for us is
Tony
pink.
means
But that's
psychedelic.
normal. That's normal.
I
They
think
used
the
to
ring
call their
color
kids
for us,
names
Nico, or at least
after
me, is
certain areas.
salmon or
places they
pink or
like.
some shit like that.
And it didn't have to be the place you lived. It was just they liked that. They just named people by those names. Like,
So here's a question for everybody.
Uh-oh.
If you can be named after a city, what city would you be named after?
Yeah.
First name or last name doesn't really matter.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Sichuan, China.
Get on. Yeah.
Guess what my nickname would be?
What?
Chit. Hey, Chit. Not Chet. Chit. CHIT.
No.
Chit.
Montenegro. That's a country. I'm sorry, it's not a city.
Montenegro, Moldova.
How
What
about
about
Vegas?
you? What
Vegas.
about you? You
I,
keep
I have no damn clue. I have no clue. I've never thought of it.
Bentonville. We'll just
I
call you
name
Mr.
ya.
Bentonville.
Yeah, I'd name you San Francisco.
Call you Ben for short.
Oh no. Not
Yeah, I don't think that would work. I'd have to have more of a manly name, like Carson.
Like Beijing.
You know,
Like
Carson
Carson.
City. Something.
I
Man.
named one of my daughters
Manly
after
name, like
a
Carson.
city.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
sure
I was
about
in the
that?
army. Huh? I was in the army, and I was stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Carson.
And we used to always go to
Carson.
Texas to go party.
I don't know.
It was a better option to go to the left, to go to west Texas, than to go
Think of a
to
different one.
Mississippi. And I was dating this girl at the time.
You can name
We were out
Ronald
there,
partly after Chicago, just the chick part.
and the name of the place was
Chicago.
I don't even think you guys are hearing me, so I'm gonna just put this shit on mute. I'm gonna put it on mute and just listen, because I don't know what's going on here.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the
Tony,
other live stream.
let
and
him
listen.
talk.
We don't either.
Nah, I'll be back.
I think I would want to be named after Gatorville. So I'd just be called Gator, like Burt Reynolds.
Gator.
Gator. Oh, is that his name?
No, that was his nickname. Remember in the movie?
In the movie? That was
Yeah.
his nickname.
Yeah, Gator. Yeah, from
I can't
Florida.
remember.
All right.
Tony, I've slept since then. I can't remember this.
You know,
You need
What
a
was
nap.
Sally Field's name in the movie?
or I mean,
No, I don't think she was in Gator.
No.
she was,
She was in what? The Trans Am movie. What was her
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, what was her name in that movie?
I don't know. Dixie
Come
Chick.
on, man. You were telling me.
What do you mean I was telling you?
You're telling me I don't have a memory.
Well, Sally Fields is dead now, so
Is she?
I don't know.
No, you're wrong.
I'm gonna
What was
go.
her name?
David-
Her name was
David's gonna
Sally.
Google it.
I think
David's
her
gonna
name was.
Google it.
I
She's
think her
still
name
living.
was Sally
Yeah, it was.
in the movie.
She was the flying nun too. Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
But what was her name in Smokey and the Bandit?
Sally.
He had a nickname for her, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Daisy Duke.
If I can.
David's looking it up, I think.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
Hey,
put that education to work for you.
gee.
Here's her
Okay,
name.
what's the movie that scared you the most as a kid?
Blue Velvet scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
Mine
that
was the
was-
Poseidon Adventure. Remember
Oh, that
it
was
that
pretty-
cruise ship that capsized?
yeah,
That's
upside
the one that
down,
scared
man.
me.
Yeah, does Shelley Winters fat ass on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Here's
Blue
tonight.
Velvet scared me out.
There's Ann's name. Corned beef and eggs is her. Tiny Labs, Tanai Labs,
T9.
Tanai.
Wow, Sarap, T9, Bem Bem. What's Sarap? The breakfast?
That's Tagalog. Good, thank you. Or great.
Sarap
whatever.
is delicious.
Yeah, there you go.
Masarap.
Blue Velvet tripped me out.
Velvet.
I can't remember. What was that about? Who was in it?
It's about a horse, man. It was what's
I
her
don't
name?
remember it.
What's
I
her
don't know if I
freaking
ever
name?
saw it.
Dude, Elizabeth Taylor was in that movie, I think.
Oh, Blue Velvet.
Oh, not National.
Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet. It was about crazy ass
What? Why would that scare you?
people.
Were you feminine kind of back then?
Me?
Yeah.
Blue Velvet.
What, Blue Velvet, was that what, a 60s movie or what?
No, it was in the 80s. It was
80s.
No way. No, it
Burt
wasn't.
Reynolds called Sally Fields the
It
Frog.
was.
Frog, yeah. Frog,
It had to.
yeah.
It had to have been a remake.
Blue Velvet had Dennis Hopper in it, and the guy that later stars in Criminal Minds, as Hostner. He was the young perverted guy along with Dennis Hopper. And there was
Young-
a chick that was a whore dancer, and they were all involved in criminal. You got to watch this movie.
Why would that scare you?
Oh, they do some crap in this movie, and I think I watched it when I was about 16 because I could relate to the people in the movie, man. I mean, I went, hey, I think that's my neighbor.
What, getting a golf club stuck up your ass?
You're gonna have to watch it. So I watched it, and when I got.
Wait a minute. Silence of the Lambs. That's a spooky.
Wow, those.
Hey, man, that's
That's stuff, man.
Anthony Hopkins is perfect for that movie.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
Well, I can see Kiko playing that part of multiple MIGs, throwing that
What?
multiple MIGs that was in the cell next to him. He threw that. I had to watch it. The movie like 3 times before I realized he threw a wad in her hair.
Yeah.
I don't remember a guy in the cell beside who?
Yeah, the dude. He told him to kill himself, and he did because multiple MIGs said he could smell her. You know what? And then he threw a handful of stuff and got it in the air.
Yeah.
But that was a spooky
I don't remember that part.
Down in the Baltimore jail,
Well-
he interviewed him in the basement as she walked by to his cell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were made out of stone. Hey, look, Kiko.
Are you saying he flung his feces? Is that
Yeah,
what it
no, he didn't plug his feces.
The other body part.
The other clear liquid, kind of proteinish nature.
is? Really?
Yeah, I told
He
you. I had
did
to
that
wa-
at Jodie Foster?
I told you I had to watch it 3 times before I noticed it.
I guess I never caught it either.
Yeah, my friend at work was telling me about that once. I said, "Get out of town, man." He goes, "Yeah."
I thought Red Dragon was really good.
What do you have, like a whole cup of it or what? I mean,
No,
Big
just
wad. He jacked, man. He threw it on her. Yeah.
eh.
I can tell y'all.
Well, what's his name? John Madden. There was and this actually was true. This actually happened. John Madden was doing a game, and the ref's name was Jerry Seaman, and he said,
I remember him.
yeah, he says there's semen all over the field.
Oh God.
John Madden said that?
Yeah, John Madden. We didn't mean it like that, of course.
Yeah.
Well, he
I
goes,
remember when Howard Cosell got in trouble for saying, "Watch those little monkeys run."
run south. Yeah. Well, we had a Packer great here. God, I can't think of his name. He was Max McGee. He did radio play-by-play color for Packers with
right.
Jim Irwin, and he said something in a game once because the term, he's from down south, and the term was he's running like he stole running south like he stole a watermelon or some shit.
Yep.
And you know what I gotta say this, man. I saw what's his name, both those guys are on Monday Night Football now. Aikman.
Buck and Aikman.
And listen, this is how freaking woke this freaking country is. These people, the guy, they called this guy, all the game they've been sacking. So one time they call him a roughing the passer. And he said, and this is a
They
football
put skirts on him.
Yeah, he says, hey,
Yeah.
he goes, yeah, they got to take the dresses off those guys.
Yeah.
So this stupid woman didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But did you hear what he said? Oh, backlash my ass, man. That lady's probably never. See how some people are with things like that. That's a term meaning. We better not touch him because he's a woman.
Well, sadly, we are getting to become a woke society for quite a while now. About 10 years ago, there was somebody who won, I think he was French, the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature back in the 80s. And he wrote the story of his childhood where they had to eat cats during the war. He wrote, war novels or Stork. And he talked about how they survived on cats. But in the 2000s, they interviewed him. It's been a long, and he talked about the recipe that his mother would make with cats. And people came out wanting to take his Nobel Peace Prize away that he won 30 years ago for his sack literature of his real life. It's like, oh, how offensive that to say that you like to eat kitty cats.
Look, man, you know what? You know what? It's like it's that old saying: people that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. People are such freaking hypocrites. That people like that are going to tell me they're going to go through life without ever saying something that might bother somebody else.
We got to also put things in context, and that's what we don't do as a society.
Well, that's asking a lot because they're not expected to. People love to complain.
Well, we just don't put things in context because we want to immediately assume that we know what context
I
is.
can't see how anybody could be a comedian nowadays, because
what's her name?
everybody's offended.
Sarah Silverman said she wouldn't make any more lesbian jokes anymore. Well, I guess she's not going to work then, is she?
You can't make fat jokes, you can't make gay.
Well, if you're what's his name, Buffy, I forget his name. The dude's hilarious too.
I don't know of any. I haven't watched comedy since the 80s.
What's his
probably.
name? Gilbert
Godfrey?
No. The young Spanish guy, big guy. His nickname is Fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his real name, but that dude's hilarious.
Lopez? I don't know.
Yeah,
he's famous now.
Yeah. He's been at comedy at least. Got to be 10 years maybe.
I haven't seen comedy for.
Well, dude, the way when the guy talks, it's funny because I know I lived around, primarily a Spanish neighborhood, and I can relate to the things he's saying, because I've heard him and seen him. So it's funny. Iglesias, last name.
Hello, Faza.
Gilbert, the name Gilbert Iglesias, something like that. Faza, are you gonna come up? Faza gonna come sing tonight?
Hello, Faza.
But
We're
not
doing well in Indonesia.
yeah, the big guy here couldn't remember your name
Or country.
or country. He knew it was in Asia. He just wasn't. Geography wasn't his strong suit.
No. I was having a Tony moment.
He was talking about World War II, like the Germans were the Japs. Oh yeah.
But it's just crazy, man. It is. I've been thinking about buying an e-bike. Anybody know anything about e-bikes?
No.
No.
You know what? What's his name? Sam Chronicles. He's on. I'm sure you've seen him.
Yeah,
He's Yenny's fiance or something like that. Yenny Yamamoto. Yenny's from Butuan, where my wife and I.
And we know Yenny.
Yeah.
David, can you charge that with your regular house 120 volt?
110, you mean?
110.
Yes.
Hi, couple of America.
You'll be sorry.
Hello.
Who's couple?
There's
Me.
a couple five of us.
Oh, Philippine. Right behind you. You need your camera raised a little bit to get the top of that poster.
Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it. We're
A
just
little
an American
more.
couple sitting there by yourself.
That's right. The
Get
wife's
the
out.
frantic David.
Yeah, the wife is out having a good time, eating food and having a good time with Filipinos. So, and I'm stuck with you guys.
You'll have your good time later. Don't worry.
Yeah. How could you pass this up, David?
If she's not burping up that Asian food,
We're better than delicious lumpy anyway.
yeah.
Talking about crab and
Look is overrated.
sushi and
They can have sushi.
Yeah,
Right next to the anchovies, they can keep it for me. I don't care.
yeah. That
oh God, I could eat sushi 3 times a week and be a happy camper.
Sam would be able to tell you about Australia. He did a video about e-bikes.
Australia?
Huh?
About Australia?
No, the guy in Australia, Sam. He
Uh-huh.
did a video on an e-bike. He took an e-bike for a ride. So his channel name, I think, is Sam Chronicles.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long does an e-bike battery ride last?
Now I'm only about 5 days into my research, so I'm not even close to making a decision. But to answer that question simply, nobody knows. It all depends on the size of the motor, whether it's 1,000 watt or 750, whether it's a mid hub, a rear hub, the weight of you, how much you pedal, how much uphill you go.
Right. And the price range is what?
Oh, the cheap, crappy ones, that I looked at were a couple $100 all the way up to about 5,000.
You can fold those too.
Some are foldable. That's a
You know what?
category in its own.
You know what's also popular is, and I don't know if it requires a motorcycle license, but you'll have those the 10-speed such that'll have a motor on, a gas motor, small, like trolling motor.
It depends on the CCs. In the electric world, if it has 1,000 watt motor or less, then it's legal
Uh-oh.
bicycle.
Well, Biden seems to think that we're going to be totally electric or whatever by 2030. But as you know, this is all when they got in, it was all a gimmick when he shut down because we were self-dependent. We weren't dependent upon other countries' oil, and he took care of that. And you notice how quickly that those electric car commercials came up after he got in. I think about 6 months. Now they're nonstop.
I wonder how those would hold up in a driving Philippine rainstorm, David.
I don't think very well. I think they
30-30. That's what I said. Didn't I say 30-30? Oh, 20. No, he meant 20-30.
Well, he said 30-30.
Oh, he's a doofus, man. I mean, my God.
Yeah, so
He
The
said
guy's gonna
30,
The guy's
30.
on his way to being wormed for
Guy's the president of the United States. He
I
said
think
30,
exactly.
30.
Dice, I think he said 30-35, I think, was the exact
He said
quote.
30, 35. I was just round. I was just.
He's
trying
going to
to
tell the
make a
world
point.
that
He said
America,
20,
we're going to be
30.
we're going to be.
It wasn't 20, 30.
Hey,
This
plus or
motherfucker
minus
said
1,000
30,
years,
35.
Dice.
I could have
He
swore he
said
said
30,
20,
35.
but
He said 30, 35.
if
Bro,
he's
pull it up.
if he said 30-30, then Fox must be going nuts with that one.
Son died in Iraq too.
Who?
It's crazy. His son did not die
Yeah,
in Iraq.
the one died in Iraq. The other one
no,
was an
bro, he
officer
didn't
in the
die in
reserves.
Iraq.
No.
Oh my God,
No,
Tony.
his son didn't die in Iraq.
Come on, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Come on, bro.
Which
His
Son
son
is
died
died
of
5 years
cancer.
later of a brain tumor.
Oh, yeah,
in a
that's right.
hospital
Yeah.
somewhere in the DC area.
Yeah, the other son was in the
Bethesda.
military, and I can't believe the dude got busted doing blow, and he's an officer in the Navy. I mean, Marines or Army.
No, multi-millionaire. You forgot to mention, Tony.
And the dude, the reason I'm building it up is because of the fact that you're in the military and you do that kind of thing, you're going to go to Leavenworth.
And they gave
You
him
know,
a
for a
cush
long
job.
time.
He had a cush job in the Navy. He could have just chilled out.
Tony, it depends who you know, who you're related to,
And I
okay?
could have said he said 20.
Leavenworth is for the peons.
He said
He
30.
said 30, 35.
Well, then Frank, the guy should have been in prison right now.
They all should be in prison.
No, for doing coke. Listen, it is very serious
UCMJ
issue
is very
or
serious.
situation when you're an officer in the armed forces of the United States and you get busted doing coke.
I used to call
You're
people in my
gonna
office and
if that
read
would
them
have
the
been
fucking charge.
that'd have been anybody else, they'd have swung that guy from the yard arm.
There are people in the Capitol behind Capitol walls doing coke.
Right now we talk.
Don't tell me.
Friday night, they're getting high and snorting like.
Well, I'm just saying, man. You know them. They were booting guys and
Tony, it's
busting
not
them down.
who you know, it's who's got the blow.
Yeah, I know all that shit, but I'm
Well,
saying ridiculous, man.
You know,
Laws are for the peons.
that's what poor FISA has to put up with us.
What's that?
She's an Indonesian.
Here,
See?
the
Oh,
shadow. Only the shadow knows.
Yeah.
Man, I had some good times in
He's been,
motherfucking
Dick
Indonesia,
from Metro
man.
London is Mr. Gear.
Everybody thinks Indonesia's like some little closed
That's
country.
London,
They
Manchester.
party like rock stars over there, man. I was in Bali all the time at Potato Head Beach.
Ah, yeah.
They didn't hear you.
Let's go back.
What the hell? That's the wrong part of the world there, Sneaker Dan.
The wife is yelling, "Let's go back." So we're gonna go back.
I didn't progress with
Or
my
before-
boss.
Before Bali, let's go to
Potato-
Kinabalu.
Kudapulu, yeah. First go there, later. Then we go to
Anyway.
back to Potato Head Beach. Yeah.
So can once again, our some of the election results are going to take 2 weeks to count because
They got to get the cheating in. Cheating
Well,
They
ticket.
don't count like
well,
Florida
they
counts.
they got to get the candlelight out.
yeah, I don't know,
So-
hanging Chad kind of thing. Matter of fact, George W. there lost that one. What's his name? But I
I
mean,
think we
really.
have to take the candidates and put them in a cage and do it.
Hey, Gore would have come into a just a shit situation. You know what I mean? Whenever there's a rise or when an economy flourishes like that, it's bound to freaking dip. And you know, it didn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered who was in there. It was going to be the way it was because you don't see the results of something until years after it started. When they gave Clinton got all the perk, you know, what do you call it for what's his name
Bush.
started? I think
Bush.
Reagan and I like George Bush's dad though. I don't know why, the CIA guy. I don't know. I like that guy.
Everybody
Big
liked
right.
George Bush Sr.
Be great now.
Here's having a connection issue there. We got 13 million in the house, man. Everybody should be jumping up and down.
Say
Be
what
great
year?
now if the Republicans get the majority in the House. Then nothing will happen for the.
They better start some
No,
investigations.
he's typing.
to
I
find out
can't
what the
see
fuck
that.
happened.
No, you ain't typing.
Yeah, but it ain't going to go anywhere because you need a
No, you gotta-
2/3 to impeach, or the only punishment
They have
can
to
do.
do it though. You have
Jeez,
to
man,
do
these
it,
guys are.
and then all
They're
the
the only.
information comes
They're the
out.
only
and then
legalized
we get to
criminals
hear
in
it
the
all.
world here. I mean,
And
in
after
this
we
country.
hear it all during the trial, then they can fizzle out and not.
No wonder
reach
they
final-
do an underhanded shit because a senator, $50,000 a year. That ain't enough money for me.
I think I read today where some federal judge was going to put an injunction on the forgiveness of everybody's student loans.
Texas, he already did
Yeah,
it.
they put a stop to that, didn't they?
You know, they're trying.
I don't know, I don't know if my son qualifies or not. He's getting married in 2024 now, so. I went out to this hospital where I had my upper GI done, and it was called Elmbrook Hospital. And this hospital, it's like they set this on this plateau in this country setting. You know, you walk out of that, you walk in there, get out of your car. It's got this up north feeling, you know, beautiful property, and he wants to live around there, which is big. money.
I got some friends who are old now, the old hippies, and every winter they'd go and hang out in Mexico and get high. And one
Oh,
year
look,
they
look who's there, the missing link.
she fell down and broke her arm and screwed up her face and all kinds of stuff. And she was telling me that she paid about $700, you know, in Mexico for all of her medical bills. And in America, you know, I told her because she was very happy about that. But the difference is just like in the Philippines, you know, you don't get a nice room. The hospitals are not like hotels. So there's not beautiful artwork and good quality food. That's why it only costs $700 in Mexico to get your arm fixed and your face fixed. So it depends on what you want. You know, in America, we want higher standards, like nicer hotels, to be our hospitals.
Hello, brothers.
Hey,
It's good to
bud.
see you all.
What's up there, bud? How you doing?
Hey,
Doing great.
bud,
We thought you
Doing
fell off
great.
that flat Earth.
you've been
Um,
out hunting and shit?
Well,
I'm shy
yes,
too.
yes.
I haven't seen him in like what, 2 months, 3 months?
We thought you drowned, bud.
Oh no!
You've been lurking around trying to hunt some pussy, or
Well, I'll tell you in private.
Yeah,
brother.
you were singing on the live stream where I had to do that. That's where Ann saw you.
I'll tell you in private, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
Okay.
like 5 more minutes. He'll go private, right, John?
I think you've been out trying to find.
Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours old top tap.
It's great to see you all. And
I
Philippine,
bought some of the extra virgin olive oil. I like Viola. It doesn't burn my throat, but that other stuff does. So I thought to myself, I got a bunch of bottles I sent over in the boxes. What am I going to do when I run out of that over there? And I thought to myself, I took that stuff that was burning, and took the tablespoon of it and put it in there, and I fried my eggs up in it. So you can ingest it one way or the other. So works for me, you know. Mustard on my fish, and have a little extra virgin olive oil on my eggs.
But I thought you had
They
gone.
lowered my, what do you call it, down from a atorvastatin to another statin that's 20 milligrams, not 40.
I thought you had gone into
But
rehab.
the
or
guy
something.
that I know with the medical background, he sounded kind of ticked. He goes, but I don't care if they lowered it 20. He goes, that stuff is bad news.
But Bud, we thought you went in the witness protection program.
Yeah, we thought you joined Kiko here.
oh my goodness gracious!
Kiko won't come on unless it's like a silhouette of him.
I thought they put him in some sort of YouTube rehab, Philippine rehab or something.
Yeah, these are all nice ladies here, Faiza. They're all nice.
We thought you got put in StreamYard jail or something, Bud.
Gare,
Who
check the private
you?
chat. Don't read
Who
it
teased you on the
aloud.
live stream?
Oh, yeah.
Don't read it aloud.
Another live stream, is that right?
Philippine
Lordy, Bud, I
Oh.
just read it.
Yes, she
Oh,
worked.
Lordy.
8
Ain't
minutes.
nobody teasing anybody on this one.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll see you
Well,
guys.
Philippine
David put in
American.
David put in his 2 hours. He's ready to go. Don't cheat. You're gonna cheat me out of a minute and a half, man.
Is that what? Well, I figured it would take a minute and a half to sign off.
Do what I'm
If you
gonna.
gotta
do.
go, just leave the microphone on like Tony
Yeah.
does when he's gotta go. We can hear the toilet flush.
Yeah, but yeah, Tuesdays we go live Tuesdays at 5:30.
Tuesday 5:30. Be there. Be square.
Yeah, you asked about the e-bikes.
So join in the fun. You never know what kind of hijinks this guy's involved in.
Hold on, Bud.
Okay, Bud, what are you telling us about e-bikes?
Yeah, I got a friend in Indiana. Well, he's in Chicago, but he
Later, Daryl. You know
distributes
the
in
address.
stores.
Get the
And,
barbecue going. Oh man, that sounds cool.
He said
Rack of
they
beer.
go 80 miles per hour if you want them to. I said, no, I don't want one that fast.
just
He said,
delivered
I'll
it.
send it
Okay.
to you for what it costs.
Right, Daryl.
And he distributes the 7.
We are the noisy folks.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just starting to learn about them. So, I need to get more exercise, and if I can get a pedal assistant type bike, I'm gonna buy one in the spring. So, but yeah, that's good information. And all right,
Okay.
everybody.
Put training wheels on it then, man.
I don't need training wheels, man. I'm not doing that.
You said assistance.
I used to bicycle 30 miles a day before my heart gave out. So, come on. I
What
can do it.
are you looking at? You looking to off yourself by way of physical?
Physical exertion,
Yeah, right, man. Hey,
number 2 cause of death.
Okay, Bob.
You got to do something. So,
all right, David. 5:30 Tuesday nights for David there.
all right. Good to see
Philippine
everybody
American
in the chat. Good to see everybody in the
Hasta la
panel.
vista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
buddy. What you got? I got to read that message there, man.
Yeah, don't read it aloud.
Gary, I haven't seen Gary really. Oh, Gary commented on a video of mine. Gary's still in
In the dungeon?
Maryland there. I don't know. I don't know if he
spoke to
hadn't been on my live stream for what, two weeks now?
I
Something like
spoke I spoke to Gary on Thursday. He was
that.
on.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. He might even be watching now. You know.
Hi, Gary.
Yeah. You talk about Gary enough, and you can't help but pop up here. Sir Pete, behave, man, in the panel. Sir Pete.
Yeah. Oh, everything's
No, that's
going great.
Gear. Yeah. No, that's Bud and Gear.
Yeah, I got my
We
phone's
don't
on
have
automatic
nobody here named
rotation.
Pete. Daryl's Daryl. Ronald's Ronald.
And I'm the
You-
one and only.
Kiko's Francis. So, do you people call you Frank?
Not if they value their life.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
Well, you know, I didn't know that. I didn't know this once, and
And that's sideways Bud right there.
yeah, these
You sideways.
this
They
kid.
call him 90-degree Bud.
Hey, we all know our kids play baseball together, right? So this one couple, the mom's Italian, and the guy, his name is Les Smith. And I thought, you know, they're big, like bruiser guys. Their mom, these guys were little hellions, and they went to a Catholic school. And their mom, they said their mom would go up there and raise heck with them nuns, man. You know, my boys are good boys. What are you talking about? You know, but his dad's name was Leslie, and I said Leslie. You know, I kind of made a little fun of it, and the mom heard me. You know, so she told the dad, and the dad goes, "Oh, that's okay." I mean, they were nice people. I just thought maybe his name was Lester or something, you know.
So where's the Viking tonight?
Not
Yeah, where's
Not
the
the-
Viking?
Vikings in the shadows.
hello, brother.
He'll-
Christian.
Okay,
You know,
Viking, come on up.
Oh, they're both here now. Oh man, ain't that something? I had to shut off my VPN for that to happen. I don't get it.
Uh-oh. You're using us without a VPN?
Yeah. What happened
Now you
was
tell
when I first got on here, sometimes I got to turn it off, and then once I'm on here, turn it back on. But
We
But,
could have some Norwegian spies watching us.
But Bud and Gear there, once I turned it off, I got it back on. But when I turned it off, then they both came up at the same time.
I put on my VPN with destination Tennessee, so I can be close to Bud.
Hmm.
There you
Yes,
go.
brother.
You're right next to him.
It's deer hunting time now.
There you
Let's
Turn this
let's
on.
get us some.
get some venison.
So
Yeah,
Bud, how's your health?
it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I did tell you they broke my whatever you call it, my sinuses, those
Septum?
bones.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, it was lovely. But after the numbing wore off, I woke up.
Yeah.
I was watching a movie, and I thought, shit, this hurts.
Was your all black and blue? Was your eyes black and blue? Your
Gosh.
nose?
No,
No.
but it hurt. About 3 hours later, I just took Goody's headache powders, and everything's great now.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you have to
So
pay
what
for
did you
that?
have? Chronic sinus infection, or what? What led to that?
Some type of sinus infection, and it'd been with me for a year or more, and so they decided to do that, and I can breathe great now and everything. It's just
I think
wonderful.
Gear, were you asking about insurance? What's up?
No, I said to Bud that, to have your sinuses fixed, you can just get drunk and go down to a pub or bar in Tennessee and start the fight.
Oh,
Well, there's probably two things that would take care of it: cocaine or wasabi mustard.
Was Dion, you Filipino or you what do you call it? Indonesian.
That's not Pinay there.
Okay. No, okay. What didn't know?
At least no dialect that I'm aware of.
Well, I got a couple of FISA's subs are mine too.
Cool.
So they're pretty new, so I don't really know.
Welcome aboard.
Dean family, it's wonderful to meet you.
Yeah, FISA's nice young lady there, man. Got a pretty decent voice, and she's multi-talented.
That's
Nice.
enough for
Nice.
all of us.
Meet you.
Yeah,
More than all of us combined.
we're the rare exception. Yeah, we're one-dimensional. She can change motorcycle, scooter tires, and cook some food and kinds of stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
All we can do here, all we can do is as American men is eat it.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Not remember stuff. That's all we're good at.
All right. Well, welcome there. You'll be my second, third, or fourth Indonesian on the channel here.
Dean. I'm a foreigner. I'm from
You're foreign.
Scotland. My people, Scotland, Irish, German.
He lives in America. Don't let him fool you.
And he doesn't
Yeah, but-
talk like any of them.
Yeah, but well, you know, my
Scottish. What
ancestors
you talking about?
are from elsewhere.
Elsewhere. I never heard of that town. Put
Yeah.
him in the
Hey, we're all
boat.
from the same place then. We're all from elsewhere.
Put him down the river. The silly lad.
Oh,
Now, there's
Hey.
another one.
There's that sweet lady Jamie. Hey, it's
Man.
good to see you.
hey, y'all.
Oh, Jamie's here.
We're starting to talk Missourian.
Okay, Thais, I just curious. So
Jamie has moved now. Now she got her own place. Jamie, have you moved in yet?
thanks
You
for
got all the furnitures and everything?
thanks for coming.
No,
Sure.
instead of buy me a coffee, we're going to start a buy me a couch.
Get me internet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Get,
I'm
get
getting
me
hungry
furnished,
now.
right?
Oh man, what a bummer of a day with this weather, man.
It was
Don't worry.
raining.
You didn't go out in it anyways, right? So
Yeah,
I ain't going anywhere. It's too dark for me. I'm afraid of the dark.
it was rainy here, but and cold, but that'll turn the deer on. That way they'll.
Don't do nothing for me though.
Yeah. Well, it could feed you. If you hear, we would eat fresh
Hey.
deer meat.
Hey, we don't
it'd
we don't
take
want
about
to
a
be
9.0 earthquake for some.
yeah, we don't want to be anywhere with deer get turned on by us being there. That could be a
Has the rut officially started there, bud?
yeah, that could be a problem. Yeah.
Well, this cold weather may do that.
Well, we have up here. We have bow and arrow first.
Yeah, in October, we do.
And then they have what, muzzle loader, and then they have
So
regular rifle.
I think it's right before or a couple weeks before things. Pretty soon is rifle season.
Muzzle loaders right now, and then well, turkey season, fall turkey season opened in October, the second
Wait
week.
a minute, there, Fuzz. I know how to
Yeah,
get
but I
you.
mean, but you are cheating. You don't need to hunt.
There you go.
So you just go out in your back garden.
Yeah, but them's my babies.
Oh, you're here. Where's your
Hello,
baby?
Tony.
Hello, Liza.
Hello. You know
Hey.
Buddy.
Hi.
You know here, but you don't
Hello,
know Buddy.
Indonesia.
Who?
Well,
Hello.
Tony won't put our names up on the screen,
Hi.
so it's kind of.
Oh, I'm
kept.
sorry. I'll
Kinda
get
like
on there. I
Hollywood
forgot
Squares.
about that, man. Don't. I forgot to put my banner up too. I'm all out of sorts here today.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's normal. Yeah.
Snafu.
I can't find the right thing, man. Oh,
She
here it
sounds
is.
like my dear sister Celestial.
It's on now.
Madam.
So how are you doing? How are you doing, Fazio?
See? Oh,
I
okay.
just get a cough. I've got have coughing and a little bit flu, and here
Again?
almost every day raining, and the weather has become cool. Yeah, maybe it's not really cool like in the winter, but
Hmm.
it's different. It's different feeling.
You, I thought you just got over a cold.
Yeah,
You got
but
another
still,
one.
I don't know. Still, I still coughing last night when I sleep.
Okay.
So I cannot sleep very well. Wake up and then coughing. Even I cover my neck.
Your
Yes,
mic? Your mic?
Faisal,
Huh?
you know,
No,
Faisal,
she said she covered her neck.
if it's
Neck.
Oh,
My
I
neck.
thought okay, I thought you said Mick. I'm like, what?
Oh
No,
no.
that's okay, Fiza. You spoke English. I understood it. It's just Tony.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony can't hear us real well. Bless his heart.
What?
you need to put a blanket on when you sleep, Faisal, and not sleep with your
Yeah.
backside.
I am.
You need a
Uh,
mosquito net.
What is that? Suck it?
good.
Sakit means sick. Aku
Sick.
batuk Mbak
Sick.
Dian.
Masakit.
Look at this,
Batuk.
man. Well, listen to Kiko, this fancy freaking knowing other languages, man.
Sakit is sick in Tagalog. So sakit, is that Indonesian for ill?
No, it's
Indonesian
Polish.
and Tagalog, we have some similar word.
It's
Right.
it's,
Okay.
it's
So
Polish,
Yes.
masakit.
Kiko. It's Polish.
Yes,
Okay, I'll keep
sakit.
it Polish. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
Lord, she just
It's
reminded
okay.
me.
Yeah, because when I learn Tagalog also, I just feel like, oh my God, we have some similar words. Some
You
Okay.
of the
Fiza,
words.
can you tell
Yes.
me? Can you tell me what that ka is? Is that you or me?
What?
K-A-H. Sakit.
K. Oh, it's only the additional word.
Okay.
Are you sick, right? Kind of like that.
Hey,
Okay.
bud,
And
what's
what
that
is
Are you
China
sick?
lady?
Is it right?
Mbak.
Bak means sister. Like you call sister.
Okay.
Hi, Sisi, beautiful.
Hey, Mbak.
Why is it like this, man? I gotta shut the VPN off to let him on.
I really miss
Me
you. You're
Mbak.
beautiful.
Oh, I miss you too.
When are we getting a house tour?
Wait. No beautiful people out on this panel. Get off,
Oh.
Jamie.
Jamie, when are we
Come on.
getting a house tour?
I can
Boys
give
in
you
the
a
dark,
tour right
people's in the
now.
dark. God.
But
Yeah,
it's
don't be
really
shy.
It's
Don't
really
be
messy right
weird.
now.
Hey, bud, what's with this China lady thing, man?
I
Don't
don't know
be
what
shy,
you're talking
honey.
about, brother.
Tony. Top secret, okay?
Top
Wow.
secret.
Ah,
Yes,
top
top secret.
Damn, Tony.
Yeah.
Mm.
Guess he didn't hear you, bud.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's why you put it in private chat.
Yeah.
Well, everybody in here can read it.
Yeah.
If I go up on a private chat, or if I go on a whatever,
Why don't you go private, Tony? Then we don't have to
Well, fill in part of.
there's a buffet 8 minutes from me. It's
Yeah, they don't.
delicious.
They don't require a different. You don't have an opportunity to speak a different language till you get in high school here. You know.
I like your jumper. I like your jumper, young girl.
Thank you. Oh, you're talking to someone else.
Oh,
Your jumper.
yeah.
What's
I
the
just
difference?
said
Is that
Maganda.
something in England or is it Norway?
Maganda. Oh.
Explain it. Explain
We
it.
call it cantik here in Bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah,
Cantik.
Radical.
Is your name Celeste? You sound like my sister or my British sister. She's
Liza?
Grace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right?
You sound like you sound like them.
British.
Sound like your British sister.
Lovely voice. Yes.
Mm.
I need the writer.
Oh, okay.
Thank you,
See how she
Timmy.
Thank
Mbak
you,
Dian,
Tim.
ayo naik. Mbak Dian, ayo naik.
Let's
Hey,
shoot
bud,
this
what
up
does my
here.
voice sound like?
Let's check this out. Oh,
Mapilindo. Is it part of our
you got a regular apartment?
Really?
You got a regular apartment now, huh?
Yeah, I got a 2-bedroom. It's
All right.
really
What
messy right
floor?
now from trying to move
Ah,
in.
it's nice. You are not in the hotel anymore, sister. Sissy,
No.
Jamie.
What floor? Ground
You-
floor? Second? 17? What floor?
You
you
didn't
on?
do a job yet?
I didn't get a job yet. What did you say, Kiko?
I said, what floor? Is that?
Oh, second floor. I'm in the second floor.
Timmy says,
Good
well,
job.
She's in the penthouse, Kiko.
There you go. As
yeah.
long as it's only 2 stories high, then
Yeah,
you
it's only
don't have any
2 story high,
noisy
so
neighbors
it's in the
upstairs.
penthouse.
No, nobody above me.
Night.
Yeah,
Nice
God.
little planet. Small world? Is that what you're saying there, Dion? Dion?
Yeah, Tien.
Small world?
Wait.
Maybe for you.
So
Hey,
how are you getting on with the hunting furniture
Sure.
Gak
stuff?
apa-apa, Mbak Tien. Ayo sambil latihan di sini.
Furniture? So my ex today, when I had to go out yonder and pick up Malin, gave me 2 IKEA chairs that I have to put together. And he doesn't have instructions.
Yes,
So
sneaker then.
Have you got a bed yet?
no, I'm still on the blow-up
Okay.
mattress.
Oh, okay.
Baju.
Have you got appliances for the kitchen and stuff? So you have like knives and pans and pots and
I
cups?
can show you the kitchen, but I can't show you the living room right now because Malin's in there. So I'll show you the kitchen.
Okay,
I don't want to put my daughter on YouTube.
that's okay. Are you in our bedroom now?
I'm in 1 bedroom, and then I can show you the other bedroom. There's nothing. There's nothing.
It's
in
not
it.
our bedroom.
Oh,
Well, Gear, why
So-
don't you furnish our bedroom, huh?
that's 1 bed. That's Malin's room.
Okay,
I can't-
that's quite minimalistic at the moment.
And then there's 1 closet with some stuff in it.
Ooh, you got some stuff. Okay.
And then you guys know me. So I did a project already.
Okay.
And the bathtub, everything runs on well water. And it was really gross. So I tried using CLR. It didn't work. I tried using some rust remover. It didn't work. I ended up buying muriatic acid and spraying it on there, rinsing it off, and then using Comet, and it finally came off. But this whole thing down here
Yeah.
was covered in well water stain.
Oh. You
So-
could have just, Jamie, you could have made it easy. You could have just painted the whole bathtub black.
Yeah.
What's the fun in that? So, well, I'll do a sneak peek at man.
I love the taste of a good well water. You know,
It's
good
not
and
bad,
clear.
I know. Dia sambil belajar yuk.
Well, you know what, Dion? Even if you speak
Yeah.
a little bit, you can still speak here. We're not
Yeah.
because I don't know any of that. Like Timmy knows a little,
Oh.
but
Yeah, I'm telling her.
okay, because
So she can practice here. With,
you're not
I
gonna get
myself also still practice here.
you're not gonna get laughed at here.
Hey, Jamie, it looks quite spacious.
Yeah, I think it's like 800 square feet.
So let me blow that up on the camera again. there,
8
Timmy.
square meter, yeah.
Show around the kitchen there.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on.
You're not going in there again? Oh, forget it.
I'm going in there.
I missed it.
So do you have a dishwasher?
There's no dishwasher in here. I just got done cooking, so sorry for the mess. Malin made ice cream, and I bought a Black & Decker toaster oven, and I have a tea kettle, and
Ooh. That's
Ooh,
okay.
that's nice.
got
Oh, you got food. Wow.
We expected beer.
no.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can come on here at we all learn a different language here. So
Yeah.
I don't speak English well.
Faiza got the good looking headbutt on today. I forget what it's called.
Thank you, Tony.
I like the,
Beautiful.
You are so beautiful.
oh, let me
Mbak Dian, ayo naik, nggak apa-apa.
oh here, man. Gee, I couldn't find myself there for a while.
English is not enough, even if it's
Yeah.
can't either.
Yeah, I can tell you. It's
I
okay.
like
You-
the outfit.
You speak a little bit, and then Faiza can help us out.
Ya. Nanti tak bantu Mbak Dian. Ayo.
Yeah, we don't know, man. I mean, it isn't. If we like Bud's from the South or the Mid South, and Ego and I are from the North, so we're gonna, we have different ways of pronouncing different definitions of something sometimes, and we can have fun with each other like that. That's but we're not. But we're never gonna be on here and say, oh, "Look at that! How come she can't speak English?"
Right.
So.
Like
Well,
me, sometimes I get wrong pronouncing.
Yeah, but when you understand the way it's going, where the sentence is going, you can help out. So I help Viking a lot because he likes to learn,
Yeah, speak again.
and he only allows me to correct him because I
Hey,
correct
Gear.
for the better.
Gear, are you fluent in German, Gear?
Not
Fluent.
fluent, but I understand a lot and I'll speak a little bit.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, Kiko, look at them. I mean, they're within the vicinity like we would be in the States here, within 800 miles of each other.
Who?
Sometimes like Europe.
Yeah.
So they're gonna pick up on something.
But my daughter that's in college, she's considering like what do you call it, like an internship study in Germany, because she's had 5 years of German, so she's pretty good at it.
Guten Morgen.
I don't know which one would be easier to learn. This one or forget about Visaya or Tagalog, man. My God.
Oh, Tagalog's not that bad.
Well, they got what? They got two major languages, Tagalog and English, and then they got 40 different dialects.
Do you know any Spanish?
A little bit.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Say, ¿cómo está? In Spanish says, ¿cómo está? In their language.
Mi amor. Mia corazón. Mia corazón.
Mi amor.
No, mia corazón.
What'd you say? You were horny?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ayo Mbak Dian.
Mia corazón. Vamos a la playa.
Yo sneaker está bien mucho.
Okay, take me to the
Mucho
beach
gusto.
here.
Está bien.
There's a small population there that speaks Spanish.
Muy bien. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, one dialect is
Yeah.
strictly
¿Cómo
pure
está? Like
Spanish.
mi bueno, mi bueno. I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm good.
siap. She's gonna climb.
There you go. You're our
Because of me.
you are our teacher here, Faisal. You'll be our teacher.
Oh.
I can count though. So,
My
una,
God.
dos,
I know,
tres,
actually she's good.
cinco,
She's good. I know,
yes.
actually she's
Uno,
good.
doy.
siete, ocho, nueve.
I only know one word in
Sí.
Tagalog, but
Yes.
Indonesia.
I know one sentence.
What?
Oh, Western.
Uno
It's not-
más
it's a
cerveza,
dirty
por
sentence.
favor.
No, it's a different one. I learned it a long time ago. It's the only thing I can say very well.
Oh, you mean the Tagalog or the Bayan one?
Yeah.
The one you shared. Yeah, don't share that.
Yeah, gusto mo.
This is a family show.
Gusto mo lang.
You haven't gone private yet, Tony. Do you realize?
Hey, well, even if we were private, I wouldn't say it.
Okay, good.
Kiko's relieved, and
Kiko.
I'm the morality police tonight. Okay.
he got that nickname, Kiko Frico.
I got my 9-year-old in the other room, but I have
Yeah.
to go soon.
No, well, she don't know Tagalog, does she?
Demi mumbak ni ako naki
Naik.
sebentar ya. Oh,
Sebentar. Demi Mbak Nina, aku naik sebentar ya. Demi,
What's that?
she said that because of Sister Faiza, I'm gonna climb up in a while.
Oh,
Some
she's
more.
going to come on the panel.
Well, yeah. Timmy, I understand that. That's what Kamusta, they come up with Como Esta,
Yeah.
Kamusta. Yeah.
Yes.
The response to Como Esta there is Mabute in Tagalog, but in Spanish it's like y bueno, something like that.
Mhm.
But I understand where that comes from because the Spaniards occupied there for like
Yeah,
300
colonized by Spanish, right?
300 years. So
Yeah.
Camusta. No, ¿Cómo estás in Spanish? Camusta is Tagalog.
I took Spanish in high school. I wish I
Indonesia.
kept speaking it.
You wish you wouldn't have fallen asleep there, huh?
Oh, no,
You
I
know,
didn't fall asleep.
Indonesia colonized by Netherlands, but we rarely speak in Dutch.
Uh-oh.
We just speak in English, yeah. Halo, Mbak Dian.
Halo.
She's
Ah,
here.
yeah, finally.
Say hello to all the
Hi.
people. Thank you for coming, by the way.
You're welcome.
It's
Tony, I think you set an all-time record, Tony. You got 3 females on your panel at one time.
yeah, man. Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Hey,
You're getting more diverse, Tony.
hey, I'm
no, you see what happens as soon as Bud. You see what happens as soon as Bud comes back on the
Yeah,
panel.
see? All the ladies show up when Bud gets on the
It's
panel.
beautiful,
That
right?
was
Here we
Brother
go.
Gear.
Here we go. Hello.
That's Brother Gear. Yeah,
Hello.
when you
So
show
why
up, Brother Gear.
why is the different colors on you two ladies from Indonesia? One is black and one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you know,
there any,
because
is there any
she's,
significance to that?
she's very good in how to say treatment for the skincare, kind of like that. So everything, if you have a question about skincare, you can ask her.
Skincare, okay.
Yes.
No, I was asking, is there any significance in the difference in the colors of your head?
Yeah, we have some. We have some.
Tony, ask her about solving.
Some of Indonesian like me. Some of Indonesian like Mbak Dian. She's from Kalimantan actually, and some of people there they have a lighter skin than mine.
So they don't go out in the sun, though.
Yeah.
Some people stay brown like you, Faiza, and some people are pale like her.
Yeah.
I understand, but I'm sorry, I can't speak English.
That's fine. You did good enough right there.
It's okay. Tony can't either.
I can't.
You should see us when we have a few beers. We
Mbak
can't
Dian,
speak
kan
at all.
saya bilang kan kalau berbagai macam warna kulit di negara kita kan. Mbak Dian tuh asalnya dari Kalimantan, ya kan? Itu kan ada beberapa kulitnya yang lebih terang daripada aku kan, gitu kan.
I get Michael McFarland on here, and he won't be able to understand his. Dikit aja, coba dikit.
Aduh, apa ya?
So you deal in skincare products then?
Yeah.
Can't do anything for sagging.
Itu loh, apa itu
Hawaii.
She said she can speak English in English language.
She can't speak English in English language, huh?
That's lovely.
Okay, let's sing. We got from Terry Amigos. Masih doing my sneaker dance. Sneaker dance ini bisa bahasa Indonesia, Mbak, tapi dikit. Dia pengen belajar.
Aku tuh sebenarnya bisa bahasa Inggris, tapi jiper langsung, Mbak, nggak langsung.
Nggak apa-apa. Coba aja, kalau nggak apa-apa kok. Coba aja, just try.
Faiza, does ako mean me, just like it does in Tagalog? Ako.
Aku, yes.
Aku. They use O in the end, but
but
we use
it still means the meaning is me
yes,
or I. Okay,
I,
same as
yes.
ako. All right.
Aku in Indonesia we say aku.
foreign language lessons, and
Trying to learn something here, Tony. Okay.
I can tell
Aku,
you're struggling.
you can use aku, or in the formal thing you say saya.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Well, I understand that, Timmy. I know that.
Well, so yeah, if you're gonna learn some proper Southern American, then you should just listen to Bud because he's from Tennessee. He likes to hunt and fish and shit.
Yeah, and shit. That's a word to use down there.
Oh, yeah. That's a way of life. I love it.
Mbak Nina.
But what are you hiding for?
Banyak tuh.
Kenapa?
Belum bahasa daerah banyak.
I'm gonna blow her up like that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's a lovely skin. She must.
Mereka tahu kok. Yeah,
I
as
must
we know
know
that
products.
Indonesia also we have a local language.
Hello, bye.
It's about 38. Jamie, where you go?
I have my daughter's here for the weekend. She's waiting for me in the other room.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for coming.
Jamie.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See you. Bye, guys.
See you next
Yeah.
week.
Hey,
Hasta la vista.
I think this is a.
Hey, man, get to the bed sorted, okay?
Yeah, dear Lady Jamie, good to see you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I think this is
Nice to meet you too.
Good night. Good morning, wherever you are.
I think this is a first for this channel, any channel actually, to have 3 women on here at one night.
Yeah, first.
No,
Yeah.
Tony, I identify as a woman as well.
Oh, there you go. So,
Yeah.
so we're
Yeah.
half
We have
and half
different color,
tonight.
right? Yes, different skin color.
You know what? I had a problem with that lapel microphone I got because I tried pinning it on my nipple, but that hurt. So I don't know. I don't know where to put it though. When I have a T-shirt on, I
Hey,
don't.
Tony, you want me to give you a suggestion?
Yeah, well, that would hurt there too. That would turn purple. That would turn purple as well. But up here we call it a titty twister or a purple nurple when they do it just for.
There was a lady. There was a lady.
But anyway,
There was a lady.
I thought I'd share the mic thing because I'm open for suggestions other than the orifices.
I got one, Tony. There was a lady friend asked me how deep is the pond, and I said 6 foot deep, and she said I would drown in that, and I said no, you wouldn't. I said I would tie a rope around your neck, and that way pull you out like a fish.
Oh, gee.
And she just looked at me like like that.
You just said, I'll get my big hands there and put them on your buttocks and lift you up.
I was joking with her, bless her heart. She didn't know.
She looked at you like you were serious, though, huh?
Yeah.
Sneaker Dan is talking to somebody here. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I learned bahasa.
Bahasa hihi.
He said I learned bahasa.
Sneaker Dan itu yang mana?
What does that
Itu
mean?
orang Filipin. Enggak di sini, dia di bawah. Dia tuh pengen belajar bahasa Indonesia, Mbak. Kadang-kadang pakai Google Translate dia kalau komen di live tuh.
Oh, my fingers is doing my English. Huh?
Aku tuh ya kalau misalnya live streaming, itu aku pakai Google Translate kalau ngomong itu.
Oh, gitu kan. Enggak apa-apa. Makanya belajar. Biar lama-lama nanti bisa kok. Saya dari Filipina tuh kan.
Oh.
Dia ngerti kalau kita ngomong, dia ngerti. Makanya aku bilang tadi, ada yang ngerti loh Mbak. Aku bilang kan, dia itu yang tahu.
Saya dari Filipina.
Saya dari Filipina. I come from Filipina.
Oh ya, aku sebentar lagi ya Mbak ya. Soalnya 5 menit lagi lah.
Oh yang
mau keluar
ya?
No kidding.
Okay.
Sneaker Dan knows some languages unless he's got that.
Yeah, he wants to learn bahasa Indonesia. So sometimes, yeah, he talks to me in Indonesia.
He'll keep himself out of trouble down there.
Gar, or ladies, where do gypsy women come from? I
I thought you were
found
going to
them
say,
to
where
be,
did babies come from?
I found them to be very attractive.
Babies.
Gypsy ladies. Yeah, I
Gypsy
watched
ladies?
them.
Am
Yeah,
I?
That's
I
like
don't know.
Eastern European.
Bulgaria, Romania.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Romania, Transylvania.
Yeah, not Indonesia, man.
Yeah,
Oke,
but
Mbak.
I'm Indonesia.
Ya, Mbak Nina.
Hah?
Aku mau keluar soalnya.
Nanti
Oke.
balik lagi nggak? Nanti balik
Hah?
lagi? Nanti balik lagi?
Insya Allah.
Ya, kalau gitu nggak usah dimatiin, biarin aja.
Matiin lah. Matiin lah. Matiin. Nanti aku insya Allah datang lagi. Insya Allah, tapi ya insya Allah ya.
Oke, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oi,
You leaving already?
She has to go. She has to go.
you
I
have
have
great.
Bye-bye. Ingat.
She speaks perfect English. What are you talking about?
Tuh kan udah bagus kok.
You have great day. I have coconut milk and coconut oil in here. You recommend mixing anything for skin?
Sorry, she has to go. She said that she's gonna be right back, but
Okay.
we're not sure.
Oh, you might know that question to that skin thing that the bud is asking. What do you ask again, bud?
I have
Apa
coconut oil
Coconut.
and coconut milk and olive oil.
Olive oil. Yeah,
Yeah.
people say that
Right.
it can moist your skin. People say like that.
Gary said baby oil's the best.
Yeah, baby oil works, but
Yeah, I've got baby oil. Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, we knew that.
I've got baby shampoo.
You probably got a load of it too, man.
But not a single baby in the house. Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
My hair.
I gave my sister and a couple of friends a ride a few years ago. All neighborhood of friends, and I had a packet of baby wipes in the back seat on the floor, and they making fun of me. I said, "Well, I use them to clean up. When I drive the bus, a lot of people touch that wheel, so I want to keep my hands clean, so I don't put that all over my steering wheel of my car. So that's why I use the baby wipes for that." If anybody was interested in knowing, but.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. I'm here for you.
And you're still not private.
No, not yet. Well, we got the extra folks on here, so give them a little exposure. So this one right here is this Diane? Is that how you say it?
Ian?
She's the one that was on here. She was the one that was on here, right?
She said she's be right back because she's gonna go outside for a while. Oh, she left the laptop on for you, Tony.
Oh, okay. Oh, for watch hours, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, you'll be in. Well, too, you should have just kept your thing up here. Then when we have a private conversation, you could have joined us at any time after that. But if Isaac could always give you the link, right? You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Well, the links on the YouTube part here too. So
yeah, I can copy and paste and send to her.
yeah, okay. Yeah, Kiko's in a hurry to go private here, so I thought
No,
we'd
that's
do.
okay. I'm just reminding you. That's all.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to forget that. I mean, I'm all flustered with this influx of different people on here, man. My gosh. You go from all these boring men to interesting languages. And,
Told you were going to be a rock star.
yeah, I'm working on it. So, Bud, how you doing? You don't get headaches no more?
No more.
No, Bud, you
Oh, I thought you asked me. Sorry.
well, you got headaches too. Well, you both can talk. But Bud's
Not more
shy too.
anymore.
Go ahead. Tell us about your headaches. Because Bud's probably on the toilet or something. Bud.
We'll take that as a no, bud.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's probably grunting like a buck and rut, whatever they call it.
Probably that cheese backed him up.
Yeah, back them up. Yeah, once that sucker clears out, man, look out.
Whoosh.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the same room, that's for sure.
Oh no, I was preheating my oven. I've got chili cheese and sour cream and corn chips.
Oh wow, regular hoedown there.
Yeah, I've got the white corn chips also. I love those with the spicy cheese.
So, how's life down there lately? How's everything going around you? Everybody I know down there too. Do you see any of those folks?
It's great. Yeah. I told Stick I'll bring some deer meat.
You see Ben? You see Ben and what's her name?
Yeah.
I forgot Ben's wife's name.
I forget, but I cook like a lot at once, so that way I don't have to fix a lot. You know,
You sure did, man.
Wow.
that way.
It looked like a
Well, I've got
Hey, bud,
2 refrigerators.
But I
yeah.
wanted to ask you, I got my childhood friend. He lives in Huntsville, Alabama now. And if I ever drive down here to see him, I might stop by and see you. All right. Because
Okay.
it's kind of on my way from where I'm at.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of Huntsville. I may have even drove through there before.
It looks like
Well,
it's probably what 4 hours from where you're at,
Everybody's
from where
got a
I'm at,
Huntsville.
at least. Maybe not that
I'm
far.
not sure.
Okay.
I'm next to the Alcoa airport. Tony was telling me the Knoxville airport, and I was okay. Well, it belongs to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, don't matter. I'll be driving anyways.
Yeah. Where you going, Kiko? What are you going down that way for?
No, my childhood buddy lives in Huntsville, Alabama. So
Oh, okay.
if I would go to see him, Bud's kind of on the way, about halfway or more.
Hey, Kiko, does he live in Alabama?
Yes, sir.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
very northern Alabama.
Well, you know there's more than one
Sweet home
Huntsville in this
Alabama.
country. There's a Huntsville, Texas, too.
Oh yeah. So how long a drive is that, Kiko? That's not done in 10 hours.
Yeah, it's probably about that, 10 or 12, depending
okay.
how fast you drive.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to drive fast.
Yeah, but Bud's
Anyways.
probably about halfway. He's probably 6 or 7 hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You know
Where
that
you
town, I saw that town of Talladega. It looks like crap.
I went to Talladega to I watched Dale Earnhardt win the last race there that he ever won.
Yeah, nice track, but I mean, the surroundings ain't that great.
Yeah, we just drove straight there. And
Well, nothing can match beautiful Wisconsin, Tony.
Yeah, it's freaking ice cold here, man.
hey, Tennessee.
Well, you know, I've lived all over and I've been all over, and poverty's poverty, boy, down there, man. With a capital P, you know. That is
It's still not third world poverty, though.
yeah, well, damn near close, man.
Alabama, Mississippi.
I ain't saying the states ain't no good. It's just that when they're poor, you know it, and and you're always reminded of it too.
Well, they ranked all the states in America. I just saw a report on it from last year, and I think Mississippi is ranked the 50th worst, and Alabama like 48 or something.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
probably all the people doing the ranking are in New York and California.
Yeah,
No,
Mississippi.
they ranked it.
Mississippi.
They ranked it based on public, on health, education, a bunch of different things. Washington State actually got out as number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of like gloom and despair there, man. It's overcast, cloudy shit most of the time. I mean, it's okay if you're not a summer.
Kind of like British weather.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, fit right in over there.
Gare, had you ever been to Tennessee? Through Tennessee?
And shit.
I have been to Tennessee and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's beautiful here where I live, but it's
Yeah.
really.
I was a partner in. I was a partner. We had 7.
Been
We
there a
had,
couple of times.
we had 7 shops in Tennessee called Lone Ranger. Back in the 90s, we did payday loans.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me that.
Yeah.
I live. Me and Tony stayed right on the other side of the Dolly Parton's mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mountain you go over to get to Dolly Parton, and right at Cades Cove, our national
That's a
forest.
super cool person, man. Oh, goodness.
Gear, that payday loans, that's good interest, like 1,000% interest on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in those days, yeah, we had a lot of spare cash from the phone business and 900, 800. So we met a couple of guys, and we started a company called Lone Ranger. And we were like at one point we were the biggest title owners of cars in the whole of the state of Tennessee, because we were lending out we were lending out like $100, $200 towards when people wrote a check, because if check bounces, it's criminal, so you can go after them. And then we lend out money towards the title of the cars. So we actually took the title of the cars. So at one point we were the largest title owners of private cars in the whole state of Tennessee.
What happens when those people default on their loans, though?
Government pays
Well,
you.
if they have a check, if they have written a check as collateral and it bounces, that's criminal. So we can, And secondly, when we had a repro firm that for example, if people needed to borrow $600-700 or $1,500, $2,000, we would typically take a car worth, let's say for $2,000, we take a car worth $8,000. We take the title of the car worth $8,000, so we know that we could repossess the car and sell it.
So you did a lot of repos?
Oh, we did a lot of repos. They were a tough business because the guy, everybody who lent money had to come in and pay cash once a week. They had to pay weekly, and we had armed guards, and I mean the people who did the repro of the cars, they were all armed and stuff, and I mean there was some very ugly situations, but we had subbed that out to a different repo company.
I went to one of those. I went to one of those high interest rate places once to get my credit.
We did the same in Florida also, Kiko. But in Florida, we had 5 shops in Florida, and we had 7 shops in Tennessee. And then after 3 years, because we were quite dominant in the Tennessee market, and we had built a brand. So we had TV commercials going all over Tennessee with this cheesy. We had a guy who was writing us the jingle for the song, so we had our own Lone Ranger song, and everybody in fucking Tennessee knew that song from our commercials because we were blasting, the local cable TV stations and shit all day, all night long.
So that must have been a pretty lucrative business.
Yeah, it was a pretty lucrative business, and then we sold it because there was some bigger groups, and it was tough business. I mean, so we sold it after 3 years. Somebody bought the stores in Florida, and then
Is there still something going on called the Lone Ranger?
No. They
didn't buy the name.
The Lone Ranger.
No, they rebranded it into their. They were a national chain,
That's one thing
The
I
reason why we-
never had to resort to doing was one of those.
The reason why we did Tennessee and Florida was that the rules was quite liberal. So in Florida, we could charge up to like 900%.
I did it.
And Tennessee, we could charge up to almost 1,200 at the time before it wasn't that regulated in the mid towards the end of the 90s.
I did it one time just to get credit established because I couldn't, back when they didn't give away credit cards very easily.
You get credit established by going to a.
Yeah, you take out $1,000 loan, a high interest rate place, and you take out $1,000 and you got to pay whatever interest it. Yeah, keep
but
it
I
a
mean
month.
that got reported to the credit bureau.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we reported everything to the credit rating agencies.
Okay.
That's for. I mean, if you want to go back then, I mean, credit's a lot different today than it used to be. And if you wanted to get a car loan, you got no credit. It was hard. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, I think when I was first married and I didn't have a credit card, the first thing I bought was like an appliance from JCPenney or something, like a washer or dryer, and that was the first way to establish any kind of credit.
Yeah,
So,
you just it didn't matter. Then I got one of those cards that had a $500 limit, and then I'd keep it paid up.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't like it when you keep on taking 500 and you pay 500. They like to see the progression of getting a payment, but not they want to make money off you. Because I had a car, I had an Ally Auto one time. I paid off a car in 11 months. I worked a lot of overtime.
What we loved in the business was when we rolled over loans for people. You know what I mean? So when they had terms, and if they couldn't do it, then rather than repossessing, and as long as they were coming in paying weekly, we just extended their terms. Because
never get off from under it, making minimum payment on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin's wife, she handled the finances for the state of Florida, her area, and she said always owe. And I know here, don't ever pay off like your house. Always owe $1,000 on it, because if you get sued, it is not an asset. It is something that you don't own. And that's the way all the builders do here. We always owe. And if you always owe, you build credit.
As long as you are paying off paying the loans on time, obviously.
Yes, of course. Yes, brother.
It says your privacy settings blocked access to your location. I don't want them to know my location. But thanks for letting me know. You know. I just had a pop-up of some sort. Sometimes this comes up at the most inopportune time. Ugh. But anyway, that was nice to have different folks on here tonight. Nice to have a mix of, instead of having a big sausage fest here, you know.
Oh,
You get tired of that. Nah, I've seen him before. Who cares?
Oh, I've got purple onions and potatoes and everything else, Gar.
How is my wolf?
He is doing great. We
Good.
we got rid of his girlfriend, his
Uh-oh.
cat.
Oh, is the cat gone?
Yeah, bless her heart.
You ate her up?
She kept having babies, and my brother just got rid of her. But he's always up there. And I'd seen some wolves on YouTube, and it reminded me of him. We've still got him. I go up and I ate with him the other day. I fell asleep after I ate, so I fed it to him. It was delicious. Omelet with
Fed him to
cheese, fried ham. Oh my!
Yes, sir. I love ham. I like the salt and the ham.
Yeah, I don't like that ham with all that sugar on it.
No, hell no, man.
I'm thinking, what in the world?
God, it's about salt and everything you eat in this world is damn near. I don't know. I mean, geez, you talk about there's got to be a bigger plan than people say, because all this stuff that we use that could keep us healthy and get us healthy again, and how our organs function and everything, it's just unbelievable. It's amazing. I don't think all of that can be just created by organisms, whatever, where they start develop into something. It's quite complex, human bodies. So we might just be a test. Yeah. We might be a test for somebody or some being, Let's give them all this. Let's give them all they need to have and know, and see how they fuck it up.
Yeah. Well, it says that everything under the sun is not new. There's nothing new under the sun. And
yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Let's see, man.
I was loading my Santitas chips. I don't know. Tortilla chips.
Oh, tortilla chips.
Yeah, I like the white ones better. Much, much better than the yellow. I've got sweet corn in my freezer. That's peaches and cream. It's got white and yellow sweet corn on the same cob. I love that.
Yeah, I had to eat. If I had any corn, it had to be on the cob, because that cream corn make me throw up.
Oh, I love cream corn. My gosh.
Oh my God! What? I don't get that. I don't get that one, man. I don't see what's so inviting about that junk.
So, Bob, how did your harvesting go this year?
The rain was like on our trees. It was bad because we had early heat in March, and then we had frost after that, which killed a lot of the fruit.
What about your vegetables and stuff?
Well, we got the backyard planted, and then I started on the hill, and the rain kept me out of it for a while, so I got a late start.
Hold that thought there, bud. I'm gonna end this live stream here, and then we can talk in about a couple seconds, okay?
Yes, but I got plenty of bell peppers. Oh my
All right.
goodness.
What, so soon?
Yeah, so soon. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank everybody for showing up tonight in the background there.
Thank you, everybody. Come on up.
Yes, thanks for coming, and see
Good night,
y'all back
Gary.
next week. Gary,
Good night,
All
Michael.
our,
Good night, Gary.
Gary, good night, all the others that know Gary. Okay.
No, Gary. No, Craig.
No, you stay right there. You stay right there. You're fine.
No, Craig.
No,
Good night, Craig.
no, Craig. Craig
Craig?
Parrish.
Oh no, Craig tonight. Well, he knows how to get on here.
The Viking.
He
I
must
don't
be
do
working. Vikings engineering from behind the scenes tonight.
Good night,
Oh,
good night,
okay.
Ronald.
Yeah, Ronald's on the thing, so if Ronald comes up, he's on it already. So
Ronald is up there.
yeah. But hope y'all
I
come
know.
back next
He is,
week.
but he isn't.
Thank you for coming. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Adios.